Hey everyone, I'm here with my good friend Julia and her husband Chris, and I am going to try Board Game Arena, BGA as you guys call it, for the first time, and we're going to play some Carcassonne together. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've literally just signed up for a BGA account. You guys have friended me, and you're inviting me to a Carcassonne game, and I have played Carcassonne before. So, all right, we're streaming, we're playing. Go ahead and accept the game invite.
Yep, go ahead and accept.
Okay.
And it should give you another screen that asks you if you are, in fact, ready.
The duration of this game is 13 days. We're not going to be live streaming for 13 days. So, okay.
I clicked on turn-based, one move per day, and with absolutely no time limits, so
Okay.
you can play it as
So,
fast
you know, I
or
could,
slow as you want.
I probably should at least stop and get a shower sometime in 13 days. All right,
All right,
go to game.
move to game, that's right.
All right, so, okay, the game is loading.
Okay,
Um,
so
I've
you,
played this
you
game
can
before, but
see,
on in the actual like physical version. So tell me what I'm looking at here. I see the playing surface. Where are
so
my
there's a
tiles and
there's a
things?
start there's a start tile.
So you want me to go?
Yeah, it's your turn. So, well, let me explain to him. So, see on the upper right where you see my name, and then you see, or you'll probably be seeing your
I see
name on
my
the
name.
top,
Yep.
right? And then Chris's name, and then my name below that.
Yep.
Whereas I see it as my name at top, then your name and his name. That's the player order, and
And you have
he has.
you apparently have 30 little laurel wreath things by your name.
Yeah, I haven't played this game very much.
Just figured me out enough.
So I've only
Okay.
played this game a handful of times on here. I have played this game more in person. Where the heck is
30
the mouse?
laurel wreaths. Okay.
Ugh. Maybe ask Laura to see if she knows where the mouse is. I hate touchscreen drama with the BGA. Anyway, so basically what it's showing you on the screen was there was a starting tile, which if you remember from playing this game on the table, you start with the starting tile, right?
Yep.
Chris has played a game and he laid down a meeple on the land, which means that's called a farmer. So he's trying to claim that
Oh
land.
man, I don't remember how the
Um,
meeples work. Okay. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So whenever you lay down a tile, you're allowed to put a meeple on that tile. Okay, the one that you just played, and you can put it in a variety of locations. You can put it on what's called a city or whatever, which are those little things that look like walled-in
Yep.
things.
Right up here is the
Okay.
city. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And if you were to close off a city at any point, including right when you make it, then you're going to get to take your meeple back again and score some points. So, for instance, let me just do that now.
Okay.
So I'm going to play this tile, confirm tile
You're gonna explain to
placement.
me how much you're gonna school me here on this game. Here, let me show
Oh,
you how
no,
bad I'm
no,
gonna
no.
beat you.
Okay, so I confirmed tile placement
Yep.
and I'm going to place a meeple in the
How,
city, but I
how do you
immediately got
place a
that
meeple? Do
meeple.
you drag it or something? Like how do you place a
No,
meeple?
no. As soon as you click confirm on tile placement, because first what you're going to do is select the location where you want to put the tile.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's going to give you a little circle thing with an arrow, like, hey, do you want to rotate this tile? And if
Mm.
you don't like it, you can then click a new spot, or you can rotate it. And then once you have decided, yes, this is where I want this tile, you click confirm tile placement, and then it's going to give you an option of the places on that tile that you could put a meeple. And you just select the highlighted spot that you want. Now, if you select within a city, then it's going to give you, then your meeple is going to sit in that city until that city is closed off. If the
Okay.
city's never closed off within the game, you don't get the meeple back. Um, if you place a tile with a road, it will give you an option to put it on that road. And again, you're going to get as many points for that road as there are segments of road,
Yep.
until the road ends on both ends, whether that terminates at a city or a abbey or whatever else. And again, if you never finish a road, then your meeple will be stuck on that road until the end of the game.
Okay.
Chris's meeple is for sure stuck for the rest of the game because the farmers are never taken off the game board all the way through the entire game.
Okay. I got most of
Um,
that. Yeah, it's coming back to me.
and the farmers function oddly. Okay, they're the hardest thing to understand, as opposed to just gaining points based on how many tiles are in a city or how many tiles are in a road. They base it on an area majority. So any grass, green grass that is connected, then it's not bordered off by anything, is part of the territory of that meeple that's laying down. So
Right.
Chris has ownership over that little stretch of green, but as this grows, his stretch of green will grow. We, as his, opponents in this game, don't want it to, or we want to
Nemesis, not just
also.
opponents. We're his nemesis.
Okay, his nemesis then. We either A, want to close off his area so it's very small and lame, or we want to get our own meeples in that same area. But you
Mm-hmm.
can't, there's a rule, you can't play a meeple in a city that already has a meeple, or on a road that already has a meeple,
Mm-hmm.
or a farmer in an area that already has a meeple, unless that area isn't connected already, and then it becomes connected. So you can kind of like cheat the system a little. So say for instance I put another tile up at the very top right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I put a meeple on that land, and then I connect that land to where Chris is. Now we have equal majority in that land area,
Gotcha.
but I sneakily got my person into his land area. Does that
Sure.
make sense?
Yeah, you've missed your calling. You should start a business teaching people to play board games.
So you for that tile right there, a smart move would be you could flip that tile around, put it right on top where that other city is, put a meeple on the city, and you'll get your meeple immediately back, and you'll have some points like
Okay,
I did.
wait. So
There's a
I'm a little confused about the mechanics here. So I see a title in my top right of my screen. How do I get that tile? Do I drag it? What do I do?
So that's the only tile you have as an option. So
Mm-hmm.
therefore, you don't have to select it. You just go to the place you want to put it
Oh, okay.
and click in that spot,
And then you can rotate it.
and then you'll be able to rotate it. Yes. So it
Okay.
might default to being already the way you want, or it might
Okay.
potentially.
This may not be the most strategic move, but I'm just gonna try to figure out how this works here. So I drag it on there. Oh, and it automatically ended up the way I wanted it. Okay.
Well, it's because of the fact that that's the only valid placement for that, is you
Oh,
can't
yeah,
have a
yeah,
road
right.
going over the tree, so it just defaulted.
Okay.
But and then now it's gonna offer you lots of little white dots saying, hey, you can put your meeple here, 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 or here. And for that tile, there's a lot of places. It's gonna be one in the city, one on any of those 3 roads,
Mm-hmm.
or in any of the 4 quadrants of grass.
Do I
So
confirm?
you should have white dots everywhere. So very carefully select the one in the city, which is the half moon shaped
Well, hold on.
situation over there.
Do I confirm the tile placement first?
Yes.
Okay, so place the tile.
And you
And
should
oh,
see
okay.
white
Yep.
dots
Now I see the
all over
dots.
the place.
I do. I
Okay.
see several dots. Okay.
There should be one, two, three, four, five,
So
six, seven, 8 dots.
is it smarter to put my meeple in the city that I'm just closing off, or should I put it in one of the open fields? Or
I would definitely, if it were me, I would definitely take the points right now and put it in the city. But other people play differently,
I'll
so I mean, it's totally up to you.
I'll take the points.
So put it in the city. There you go, and you get it right back again.
Okay. Yep. I
And there you
see.
go.
Okay. All right. We're off to the races.
So Chris has got a tile, and it looks like his. Okay, so he is trying to. So as the farmer on that piece of land that he has claimed, he's going to get points for every city that's been closed off. That's adjacent
Oh,
to
I
his
remember that.
land.
Yeah, I remember that.
So he's already got 2 cities that are closed off that he's going to get points
Oh, I
for. So
give
that's
him points. Oh man.
well, no, that's okay. But we're definitely going to take majority over that later if we can help it. So he won't have majority for long. So
Okay.
he has placed his meeple. He has placed his meeple down here on that city that's not closed off yet.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So it would definitely not behoove me to put a city there. However, I could put one here, although that will probably end up getting. If I put one in the upper area there on the city that he's not closed off with this tile,
Mm-hmm.
that could potentially end up giving him a city later.
Okay.
But let me just do something here to show you how this would work. I'm going to do something that doesn't make a ton of sense. That's not necessarily my best move, but I'm going to show you how it works.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to stick a farmer right there. See, right now that field is not connected to Chris's field.
Right.
So I'm illegally allowed to put the farmer there. But very, very quickly, that will probably become part of the same field.
It's looking like
In
it.
which
Yep.
case, now we'll have equal. So he won't score and I won't score for that because we both score essentially.
Okay.
Was that Chris? Yeah, we both score. So, sorry. In a 2-player game, I oftentimes play 2-player. It doesn't. I think of it as neither one of us scores, but technically, we both technically just score it. So
Right.
in
Okay.
a 3-player game, that matters more because that would mean you don't. But anyway.
Okay. So let me see where I can place my. I'm gonna try it over here. I'm gonna rotate. How do I rotate? Oh, I see.
There's a little
Yeah,
little doodad.
I'm gonna try it there. And
So
okay,
BGA is unlike Tabletop Simulator and Tabletopia in the sense that it's giving you a little bit of help. It shows you what you can and can't do.
is it wise to put a meeple inside a city that's not closed off yet?
That city, I probably would. You have two options that would make sense to me in this city. I would probably put in the city, and the reason why is see that little shield on the other part of the city.
Yeah,
That
right here.
means it's
Yeah.
going to be worth extra points.
Oh, okay.
But you could also lay a meeple down in that field and try on the, one of those two fields and try to connect it so that you also have a majority in that field. It's up to you. I would take the city and worry about the field later, but
I like the cities. I had good success when we were playing the physical board game version, putting my meeples in cities.
yep,
Okay.
and that would be a good city, and it doesn't look like it's going to be incredibly difficult to close off at the moment. So
Okay. Oh, you can zoom in and out. Okay, that's cool.
yeah, I can't at the moment because my stinking mouse is missing. I don't know where it is. But I mean, I can, but it's all funky when you use the touchscreen. It's annoying. Okay. He is trying to claim some more land there.
Watch this be the most popular stream I've
Look at
done.
that land grab. He's going to be missing some meeples later. All right. So
Missing some meeples. Yeah, so you can waste all your meeples in one area if you're not careful, I guess, huh?
you definitely can. Yeah, you definitely can.
Missing some meeples? That would be the title of the stream, yes. Missing some meeples.
Well,
I like the little running history of the moves on the right side of the screen. That's really, really nice.
it is. It's helpful. Yeah, they did some smart things. And when you're a premium user, you are allowed to have to play the betas versions of the games. I mean, you have to get invited to play the alphas, but you could play the betas, and so they kind of fix all the things that people recommend that they fix, but they do a pretty good job. Geez, I don't have many spots that I could put this. Oh my goodness.
Am I so
What?
the ones that are highlighted now are am I seeing where you can place the tiles?
I believe so.
I see a bunch of squares that look like they're where you could put tiles, and I think it's where you could put your tiles right now.
It probably is.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Oh yeah, that's
I-
what's
I-
happening. I see it. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna do I'm gonna place a meeple here. This is called a city grab. So most likely, there's no way he's not gonna be able. I mean, most likely, my city and his city will join. In which case, we'll both get points for that city.
Okay.
Yes, that is what it was showing, I believe. Oh wait, no. The highlighted spots are where I can place my next tile.
Oh,
not
okay.
your-
Interesting.
Yeah. So I guess you're always looking at the highlighted boxes of where you can put your own tiles. Okay.
All right.
So, and you notice that the meeples, some of them are standing up, some of them are laying down. The farmers are always laid down. Everything else is standing up.
Oh, yeah, I guess I remember that.
Just a weird little rule. It's not that important, but.
I'm not a master board game strategist, so, don't expect great things here.
That's all right. It is all right. Let's do this. Rotate it and.
So where are the points? Where's the score? Is there a score somewhere? Or we scored at the end,
Okay,
that's right,
yeah,
right?
there sure is a score. Hold on one second. Let
I'm
me
just curious if we can see how everyone's doing yet, or we have to wait till the end.
No. See the star underneath your name?
Oh, that's the score. Okay.
You got 4 points because of the 2 points per city tile in your city that you made. And I did the exact same thing, so I have the exact same score, and poor Chris doesn't have any points yet. So.
Okay, my turn. Okay.
You'll notice I laid down another farmer on that road, and that's because he laid down another farmer, and those two areas are going to connect. So I had to have a second one if I want to compete with him for that land.
I see.
So hopefully what'll happen for you is hopefully Chris and I will get into a land war and you'll just clean up because we're out of meeples and can't play.
Well, I'm having a. Oh, I know. I'm gonna do it here. Yeah.
So does Haley enjoy board games or not as
Yes.
much
No,
as
we
you
we
or more
generally
than
do.
you?
No, probably she likes them a little more than I do, but we
Okay.
generally like them, but we don't play them very much.
Well, she should hop on BGA at some point as well. And that way she can get her fill when you're not in the mood and so on and so forth. Let's
I'm
see.
a case manager, social worker, and so I have a kiddo that I work with that I do respite, and
I
so
can't quite hear her. Hold on one
Yeah, the
second.
microphone's directional, so
so
Yeah, and my volume's all the way up and I couldn't hear what she said, so I apologize.
yeah, we have a directional microphone. She's coming around the other side of the table here.
Okay.
no, I'm a social worker, and I do respite with a kiddo, and so I play board games with him sometimes, and it's super fun.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
gosh,
grew
she
up playing board
blocked
games
me.
in my family, so
We,
Gosh, he blocked me. What a sucker.
in our family, we grew up playing Monopoly in life and pretty epic games of Monopoly. But we didn't, as board games became more prolific, and genre-based board games, and there's so many kinds, and I didn't get into any of them. So it's a totally different world to me.
we did Clue and Sorry and Monopoly.
Yeah, I didn't play Clue.
Well,
Like I played like Clue
board
twice
games have come
growing
a
up.
long way. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I think I was interrupting
Oh,
you.
that's okay. I was just explaining that I'd only played like Clue like twice growing up. So.
Well, it's not I'm not going to say that those older games aren't they don't have their place. A lot of people had a lot of fun with them, but I think board gaming's come a long way and there's a lot more out there. And I just think people still think of it as Monopoly and Clue and that's all there is, and
Oh no, no, no.
it's just not all there is anymore. So
Ticket to Ride is
um,
our
Oh,
favorite.
Ticket to Ride is one that we really like.
yeah, that one's pretty fun.
That's my family's version of Monopoly. We don't play that together.
That's a pretty fun game.
Okay, my turn. Hmm. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Is there any advantage of putting more than one meeple in an area that you think you're going to be able to kind of keep to yourself, a grass area?
So your meeples will score points if they're the farmer meeples will score points for the cities that are
Oh,
closed
right, right,
off
right.
that
Okay.
are touching their
So I'm
field.
going to claim the road
So
then. Mm-hmm.
yeah, you need to think about where, as long as you have, it doesn't really, I don't know how to say this. It doesn't really matter if it's, you're over by yourself. If anything, you
Mm-hmm.
would like it for other people to be populating cities as well as you, so that
Mm-hmm.
there's just more cities. What you don't want is to end up losing the majority. So you have a bunch of farmers out there, but somebody else gets one more farmer, and then you end up not getting any points for those farmers at all.
Gotcha. Okay.
That sort of sucks.
I'm doing okay.
Yep, doing just fine. Although I only have 2 meeples left, so things are looking a little
I've got
little
four
bit.
four meeples in reserve, and I got the lead here. So far, so far.
Yeah, and the roads, you'll get your meeple back immediately as soon as the road gets, finished on,
Mm-hmm.
the other end. So that one road that you have a meeple on right now,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as something ends it at the other end, right now there's an end already on the right side, and on the left, when something ends it, it will come off and you'll get those points immediately.
Right.
There's one other tile type we haven't really seen. There's like an abbey tile or a church. I forget what they call it.
Yeah, I
But
remember that. Yeah.
so those ones score for every
Monastery?
tile. What's that?
Monastery, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I forget exactly what they're called. There's so many expansions to this game, it's hard to know. Remember
Yeah,
which
we,
ones are
we
which. I think
we've
it's called
bought
Abbey.
we've bought a lot of the expansions. We've got boxes of expansions. Yeah.
There's a box that came with
Cool.
Yeah, we bought a box that it was an expansion of expansions. It had like several expansions in a single box.
I am gonna stick this here.
Well, you could convince me to do some board game live streaming this way. This is fun.
Great. Great. I would love to. I play this, I play on BGA
Well,
daily
sometimes
for sure.
sometimes I want to stream, but I don't really feel like doing anything intense, and this is kind of low key. So you could twist my arm into this. Yeah.
Yeah, this is low key. And again, they let you play. You can select the settings on BGA to play in real time game where it gives people
Mm-hmm.
time limit, and you can play, fast, medium, slow, whatever. You can also set it to be turn based, and you
Mm-hmm.
can set that there's a time limit of a day or a time limit of 2 days, or you can say, hey, I'm playing with a friend that I know, and they warn you. They say, hey, don't do this unless you're playing with a friend, because someone could just like you can literally never force someone to make a turn, but if you're playing with a friend that you can call on the phone, then you can just say, hey, I don't want any time limits whatsoever. If the person wants to take a week to take their turn, fine. And you can get 50 of those games going. So it's not like,
Mm.
you have to be without a turn. But if we know each other and want to play a game of Carcassonne that takes however long it takes, but a just two-player game, we could
Yep.
do that and set it to no time limits, and then there's no pressure. You can take your turn whenever you're feeling inclined and not have to worry about it.
Well, I think I made a tactical error. I thought I could like place this tile that I just placed and put my meeple in there and like outnumber your guys' meeples eventually, but it doesn't seem to work that way. So, oops.
Which one did you place? I'm sorry, I
The
missed it.
the rightmost tile.
Okay, so the reason you're not allowed to put a meeple on that city one is because that city is already connected to the other city. So the only reason I was able to play my meeple on that little area that I added was because the city was not connected to his city
Oh,
yet at
okay.
the time.
Yep. Okay, tactical error then. That's okay though.
So one potential benefit is you did make that city now harder to close off for us,
Ah,
right?
yes.
So we now have to cap it in theory in three places in order to finish it. So you just made those two meeples harder for us to get back. So that's one thing you can do in this game is tactically force other people to, out of having their meeples by just
Messing with
keeping
their
them on the
city.
board.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like I do with Chloe.
Yes,
Or with you.
Haley does that with Chloe and me all the time. Yes.
Yep, that is a good move.
We really did enjoy this game for quite a while. We played it quite often, like on the weekends, like before after lunch or something. And
I'm gonna screw Chris over here a little bit. There
wife's
we go.
prerogative, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, it just is gonna make it difficult for him to cap that city off up there. See that?
Yeah.
I put a road there that goes in, and it's just gonna be all kinds of pain in his butt. So,
I see. See what you got going on here.
I think I only have two meeples. I'm gonna give that a pass.
Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do here. I think I'll pass on that. Okay.
Ooh, so you got 2 points. Lots of points.
13 points
Good job, Zach.
with lots of meeples to go.
With lots of meeples. Yeah, you're not short on meeples. You're not playing the long game. You're playing short game, which is fine. That's great.
I forget how many tiles we get. Like, does it say how many tiles we have left? Oh, 44 tiles to go. We got a ways to go. Okay.
There's still some tiles yet. I need to place a road. Let's see here. I would like.
I don't know how interesting of a live stream it is for someone to watch us play Carcassonne together, but I hope someone's tuning in.
Well, there are a lot of people that like to watch. Some people, a lot of people watch board game streams in order to learn the game. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want to learn a game, you can watch, Rodney Smith get on there and, with Watch It Played or what is this stream called? How to Play? I forget.
How to play? Okay. Mm-hmm.
There you go, something like that. Rodney Smith has pretty much the most famous board game how to kind of stream on the internet, but it's not stream. It's they're pre-recorded. They're very good production value. He teaches the game. It's great, but the only thing is that it doesn't give you. He doesn't play the game, so it's not going to give you a feel for the game. It's just going to teach you the rules. So if you want a rule teach, Rodney Smith is the place to get it. But if you want to get a feel for a game, oftentimes people will turn to playthroughs or watching people do like a playthrough with a teach, like kind of like what we did. I
Okay.
suppose if someone watching, they could sort of they could sort of learn as they go since I was teaching you.
I have to keep zooming out here as our board gets bigger, so I'm trying to keep the
Yeah.
board like appropriately shaped for the screen so
Ooh,
streamers can.
Chris, look at him. Oh, what a
What
stinker.
oh wow, yeah.
He's playing very aggressively against me. That is funny.
Well,
That's good.
yeah, relationship politics and board games, okay.
Sure,
Sure.
sure.
All right. Your
What am
turn.
I
Yep.
gonna do? Yeah, what am I gonna do? I'm having to keep scrolling all over the place here because I can't find the mouse on my broken mouse. And so I'm trying to do this on this little tiny Chromebook with the touchscreen, and it's annoying. Um, Gosh, what should I do? I think, gosh, I think I will just do this because confirm. I'll just join him. Why not?
If you can't beat him, join him.
Yeah. There were other places I could have played that if I wanted to play more aggressively, but that's all right. I'm not always the most aggressive player. I enjoy playing the games and I enjoy winning, but I also enjoy losing.
Yeah, it's like me in World of Warcraft. I mean, I don't really care to do the really stressful stuff. I just like the adventure and the gameplay and the stories, and I don't need to be stressed out about it.
The best thing about, I mean, games are great. You know, they help you escape reality. They get you around a table with friends talking and having fun.
Hmm.
So, in my opinion, being super uber aggressive and super competitive is sort of, I don't know, it doesn't play well with the way I like to play because it doesn't end up working out, you know?
Likewise. So I see that is it Chris that played the monastery there? Remind me how that works. I
Yeah.
forget how the monastery
So
works.
yeah, the I forget. I don't think
It
they're
has
called the
does
monastery.
it have something to do with the number of tiles around it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So right now, as he laid that down, that right now is worth one, two, three, four,
Ah,
five, because
five.
there are
Yeah.
5 tiles. Well, there's 4 tiles around it, and including itself is 5. Now, if he ever completes all the tiles around it, so then his meeple will come off and he'll get the 9 points.
I see. Okay. All
I believe
right.
it's 9. I don't think there's any bonuses. Dang it, where do I stick this thing? Do I want to make that bigger? Gosh, that's annoying. All right. Want to do that, or do I want to do this? I don't want to do that. Let's do. Let's
I was
do.
just thinking I probably should have checked the quality of my live stream because when I'm playing World of Warcraft, it's such a processor intensive game, and if the stream is processing at the same time, I have to lower the resolution in the game and the stream to for my little meager MacBook Pro to handle it, and I don't think I adjusted it back
Mm,
up. This is not a processor intensive game, so I probably could have turned it up a little bit. Oh
this
well.
is definitely not processor intense. This is the
Exactly.
opposite of that.
This is the opposite of processor intensive, yes.
So if you were to play on Tabletop Simulator, which is a board game
Hmm.
simulation, which is 3D and there's all this, like, it's trying to literally simulate a table. The good news to that is that it does feel that way for some people.
Hmm.
Um, so far, I I haven't gotten to play on it because my computer isn't strong enough.
Hmm.
Um, but to me, the little bit of experience I've seen on those, it doesn't super feel like playing on a table. It just feels cumbersome.
Hmm.
Because imagine if you had to drag your mouse around it and literally like physically pick up every meeple and physically place it in the places that it goes. And then of course, because it's the internet and tabletop simulator is not perfect, sometimes when you pick up cards, they fall through, the table and do weird things. And
Right.
I don't know. That just seems a little cumbersome to me. So I really appreciate Board Game Arena for its simplicity,
Yeah, I
helping
mean
people out.
it's super elegant to interact with, from what I can tell. So
Exactly.
nicely done.
It is nicely done. I agree.
Okay, my turn already here. Okay. Hmm.
And oftentimes we'll get on and just teach somebody something and, throw myself under the bus to teach the rules kind of thing. Kind of like I made that one move that wasn't the smartest move just to show you
Mm-hmm.
kind of deal. Things like that, just because it's easier to learn sometimes when you can show people physical moves that make sense and don't make sense.
Is there any way to rotate the table, or do we all get the same view all the time?
Um,
I'm not worried
you
about it.
know,
I just, in case,
I don't
it
know.
grows a certain weird direction, doesn't fit on the screen and very well. I'm just trying to.
Center the tile. Let's see,
I
what is
don't see
this?
any. I
Fit
don't see
map
any
to
way to
display
rotate it.
area. I don't see a rotate table option, but let me see if I can.
Oh, you say
Uh,
there's a fit table to display area option?
yep, in your own,
Oh, there's
like
full
where it
screen
says
mode too. I didn't
Zap
realize.
or whatever, there's a little home.
Full screen. There we
And
go.
there's a little, yep, that would be the one to do if you wanna. Oh, it's my turn.
There we go. That's a little better for the
Um,
viewers. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna get a
let
screenshot of this too before I forget.
me do that.
There we go. That's a nice screenshot.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here.
Ooh, who played that one? Chris did, didn't he? Oh, what a stinker.
Okay. I'm sorry. You said there's a fit board to display area button. I don't see that button.
It's so do you see where it says your name and then your victory points
Yeah.
and there's a little zoom in, zoom out, and then
Oh,
your
yeah.
tiles right next to that? Do you see the
Oh, yeah,
little
yeah.
house shape thing and then the
Yep.
little two arrow shape thing? The
I
two
see.
arrows crisscrossing that are
Mm-hmm.
perpendicular to each other. If you hover over that, it'll say fit map to display area. If you click that, it will fit it ideally to your
Nice.
to your
Do I need
screen.
to keep hitting that as the board grows? Probably.
Possibly. I mean, if you keep wanting it to fit, if you want to be zoomed in on an area, you can stay zoomed in.
Okay.
Whatever floats your boat. And geez, this is not ideal. Okay.
Well, in the
Um,
absence of your getting set up on World of Warcraft, this is a lot of fun.
okay, confirm tile placement. At least I'll get that one back. Okay. Exactly, yeah. Well, until I can get that computer out of the box, but
Mm-hmm.
with Chris possibly going on strike, I don't know. we'll
Well,
have
yeah,
to
when you get that far.
we'll have to see. Ooh.
Let's see. Oh, I got several options here. None of which I love. Hmm.
Nice. Chris is going to win this game. See that coming.
See it coming, huh?
All right. Confirm. Pass. Oh, yikes. That's a tough tile to place. Okay. So a big city tile. Okay. Cool. Not hard for you to place. Ooh. My goodness.
You have several large cities in the making here. I remember that. We had a huge city going once.
See, he did that on purpose too. Good grief. This guy. This guy. Who is this guy? Oh, my husband. Oh. Oh goodness. What to do? right.
I was thinking, Julia, you and I have known each other about 39 years now.
Wow, we're old. Yeah, good times.
Hard to believe. From Legos to Carcassonne.
Yep. Legos are still great though. I will never turn down time to play Legos for sure. My kids get Lego sets and they ask me for help. I pretend that I begrudgingly help them, but I actually really enjoy it.
Yeah, we do buy adult Lego sets for sure. Like I've been buying Haley the Batman ones
Oh,
recently.
I haven't seen the Batman yet. It's a problem. I like.
Oh, the movie, the Batman.
Yes, I want to see the Batman.
I have not seen a trailer for it or anything. Batman's not as much my thing as it is Haley's, so I like it, but
Right.
I'm neutral on it.
I'm not a
Neutral
massive
positive.
Batman fan either, but I do like Batman.
Oh, it's my turn. Sorry, you guys are waiting. For some reason, I
That's
didn't
okay.
see it was my turn. Okay, tricky, tricky, tricky.
There
Hmm.
are sound notifications. If you look at the above your name, I guess in the border of the browser, there's a little volume icon.
Mm-hmm.
You can toggle that up or down or
Oh,
off or
yeah,
whatever.
there's sound in the game?
Yeah, and it will kind of make like little thunking noises when you put the tiles
Oh,
down, and I believe it'll make a little ding
I
chime thing
see.
when it's your turn. So,
I didn't
you
see
know,
there was sound in the game. Yes, okay, I just turned the sound up. So if
but
stream,
if you're trying to multitask while working, and you want to be alerted to the fact it's your turn, you can
mm-hmm.
toggle that sound on. Just FYI.
Okay,
Oh my goodness.
it's on. It's on like Carcassonne.
Oh, why did he do that? Okay, well that's
Are you
interesting.
guys in the same room? And I don't hear him at all. So
We
if
are
you,
we are not in the same room.
oh,
He
okay,
is. I don't know where in the house he is, but he's not by me.
I see.
Um. Oh God, that's not lovely. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a great move for my next one here either. So,
Yeah, I have a bunch of not great options for this.
hey, how are your parents, by the way?
Not very well,
Keeping in mind that you're
actually.
live streaming.
Oh, I know. I am aware. Yeah, just my dad's got the atypical Parkinson's, and that was
Oh, I didn't.
diagnosed back in 2018, I believe.
I don't know if you told me that
So
actually.
yeah, so you know, it's hard. It's been
Mm-hmm.
4 years since he was diagnosed, and it's
Mm-hmm.
progressed quite a bit. So my mom's his primary caretaker for as long as that lasts.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really hard because 4 years ago he could walk and shower and use the toilet on his own and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. And now those things are not possible. So
Right.
it is, and he's only in his mid 70s, so it's
Mm-hmm.
not. I mean, I know that's elderly for sure, but it's not old,
It's not
and
old, yeah.
no. So yeah, it's been tough.
I'll tell them hi for me
Yeah,
when
I
you see
will.
them.
Yeah, I mean it's a little worse too than regular Parkinson's because this atypical Parkinson's has attacked his brain function as well. So it's like
Hmm.
Parkinson's with Alzheimer's sort of
Mm-hmm.
thing. So
Goodness.
he can't speak in a complete sentence and he can't understand things
Really?
and
Wow, I had no idea.
so
I
it's
had
very
no
challenging.
idea it
He
was
can
that bad.
understand you if you came over and he saw your face and you said hi, Bill. He would recognize you and he would understand that you're saying hello.
Mm-hmm.
And he would barely get across something that
Mm-hmm.
resembled high back, and that would be that.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's been rough. For sure. Oh my goodness, look at that city over there of yours, Zach. That's troubling.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm having a hard time with that one.
I see that.
Eh, I
Holy
mean, I
crap.
might get a tile that will let me close it up, but this one down here in the bottom, you mean? Yeah, that's uh
Right.
that's gonna be a challenge. Need two tricky tiles to solve that one.
You tend to let yours get a little too big and then you don't close them
My
properly.
eyes are bigger than my city walls. Yes.
Well, that's okay. Chris and I like to call these learning games, right? So you're learning how to play on here, so it doesn't count.
Yes, this is learning. We're not actually
That's
playing.
our,
This is
we
learning.
always call
Yes.
the first game a learning game, so it doesn't ever count, so you don't have to worry about it. It's totally okay. The fact that Chris is totally going to beat me and I know how to play this game is just doesn't matter because I was teaching you.
Exactly.
That's my excuse.
Those who
All
can't
right.
do teach. Yes.
Okay, so let's put that.
Well, that's one of my backup plans. If I don't get a job in the next couple weeks, it's time to do the substitute teaching thing, probably.
Go back to teaching.
Well, I'm teaching at the community college right now, but it doesn't, it's not enough to live on one class a semester.
And if you want to preemptively test your tiles, it'll let you do that
Oh,
right now.
really? Oh, that's cool.
Yep. Just FYI, you can
Okay.
place them all you want.
Huh. Okay.
Which is kind of nice.
Oops.
Pass. Let's see. Okay. So many. Oh, we got 9 tiles left, people. 9 tiles.
Oh, it
It's not
says
a
I
lot.
must place a tile, but I think I'm a little confused because I tried to place one thinking it was my turn, but it wasn't. And
Okay,
now,
that's all right.
how
That
do
just
I pull
means
my tile back?
if it wasn't your tile, then you don't need to get it back. You just need to decide where you want it and click there. You get what I'm saying? So if right
Oh,
now
I
your
see.
tile is somewhere on the board
Yeah, I
because
see.
you were testing it, you can continuously click different spots until you are happy with where it is and then click confirm.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, figured it out.
There you go. Good job.
Oh, I'm really worried about completing my two cities I got going here. I don't think it's
Yeah.
happening.
Oof. Well,
Oh,
let's
it's
see.
asking if I want to place a meeple.
On the tile that you played, yeah. So you
Yeah.
already have one on that road and nobody's competing for that road, so I probably wouldn't bother on that. And I mean, you only have one. I probably wouldn't because,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the land there, I mean, well, wait a second. Let me see
I
what
just
land
I
is
just
in there.
passed. It's okay.
Okay. He's got another Abbey to place, so let's see here.
Place it on the Abbey Road.
Oh,
Okay.
where is he going to play that? I don't see a super great spot for him.
I'm not feeling optimistic about winning this one.
He's gonna get a lot of points for the land.
Yeah, I see that.
I think he's got majority. I know I have some people laid down, but unfortunately, I don't think he hasn't managed to join that bottom meeple though. So we might actually be tied in that little spot on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that's an interesting placement. Let's go with some more points over here. It's gonna make that harder, but that's okay. It's only 7 tiles left.
Yeah, and
You can be picky and choosy when there's 7 tiles.
I've got a completely useless tile for my purposes right now. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
That will happen, and I want to play a meeple.
useless tile.
Do
Um,
Yes. Thank you, Zach.
Thank you. Why? What did I do?
I laid down a meeple on the previous tile, which was directly above the tile.
Aw.
And I laid it down on purpose to try to connect, and you just
you're
connected it.
you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you know what are friends for?
That's right.
It's us versus Chris. It's okay.
30+ year friendship, you got to do something for it.
Throw you a bone once in a while. Exactly.
So you got to tell me. So the yogurt thing came from where again?
Our cat, so we every time we open the refrigerator, she thinks she's getting yogurt. So we started calling the refrigerator the yogurt box. And then so it just became a phrase we were using around the house when we were deciding what to call our streaming game, our family game streaming channel. Haley suggested, "How about Yogurt Box?" And I was like, "Well, it's as good as anything else we've come up with, so sure, Yogurt Box Gaming, why not?"
It is unique. That's good. Okay, let's see here.
And Chloe made the point that most of the popular game streaming channels have names that have nothing at all to do with the games that they're streaming. So,
well, we made a good point. She's not wrong.
she's not wrong. Yes.
She is not wrong. Okay, so let's go with. Oh man, I have no meeples. That is the worst.
I have no meeples either. I've used all my meeples.
That is the worst.
And there are 4 tiles remaining. I do not think I'm going to be connecting my closing up my 2 cities. I'd like to get one of them at least, but I keep getting these road tiles that are completely useless.
None of us have any meeples to put them on there, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Useless. I
Yeah,
tell you.
Yeah. Just at this point, try not to add to someone's road. Like, don't, like, you could put
Add
that
to my
right
road.
there. Oh, I can make you. Okay, yeah, that's your road, so that's good. Don't help someone else's. That's the thing.
I'm gonna try.
So that would be.
Okay, is this the last tile? 1 tile remaining? Is this the very last tile?
This might be the last tile. Yeah, this might be.
And
it.
I have nothing I can do with it. Okay.
I will just stick it right there. Confirm tile placement, because why not?
Yep, this is the last tile right now. Okay, I get the last one. The last word. And I can't do anything valuable for any of my purposes here.
You can close off your own road and make it a little longer up there on the right.
I can't.
Or
It's not a road tile.
Actually, no. Over on the left, flip tile around and put it on that one road so you can connect it to those other 4 road segments. So you just would make. So you see how you have a road over there on the left?
Yeah. Well, you can't see my cursor, but I do see I have a road going on the left. Yes.
Okay, so there's 1 tile missing directly above where your meeple is. If you put that tile there.
But I can't because it's not a road tile.
Oh, I thought you had a road tile. I'm sorry.
No, I have.
I'm looking at my tile. You have a city tile. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I have there's no place useful to put it.
And you can't put that there. Can you add it to any of your cities at
Nope.
all?
Nope.
Hmm.
Useless.
No.
Well, we'll just kind of slap it down.
Stick it somewhere. Just try not to. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Perfect.
Is that it? Is that the game?
No, I think everyone has.
Oh, we
one
each have
more
to play our
tile. I
tiles.
have
Yeah.
one more
Okay.
tile. So, showing me, I have a road thing that would make your road nice and long. I could. Okay, so let's see here. That is not going to help
So,
me at all.
so the one you're about to play is the last real
That's
tile.
right. I'm just going to play it anywhere because it doesn't matter. There we go. Okay.
Scoring
And
incomplete
now it's
feature.
just going to score up. Now it's just going to score up for the for all the stuff that's on there. So
Oh.
the roads and the
Mm-hmm.
cities and all that stuff. It's going to pop the meeples off and do all the scoring for you.
Okay. Chris is in the lead. Oh, we're tied.
Roads and cities. Well, they do farmers last, so there's that.
Oh, he took. He's getting a lot of points there.
Yeah, that would be his farm settlement and some of his cities.
Ooh, it's gonna be close though. I don't know.
I know it won't be me, but I don't think so.
Is it gonna?
Unfortunately, none of those,
I
a
think-
lot of those cities got closed off. So
He's got that one blue meeple on the right side of the screen that's got three little cities there. So
well, he's tied for it with me though. So So
Oh
I'm a
yeah.
couple ahead for that. So we both got 9 or something for that.
Oh, it's gonna be so close.
Oh, 54, 52, 50.
Oh, you
Oh
might.
my God.
You taking the lead here?
I don't know. I did not anticipate that. Oh my God.
You won by 2 points.
I did by 2 points, and you and Chris tied. No, no
And
less.
I now have one laurel wreath. Okay, cool.
Okay, well, there you go. That was an example. And if you want to look on this screen, I'd like to draw your attention to, you can click, this is the game results. You can
Yeah.
scroll down and look at some interesting things about thinking
Oh
time,
yeah.
points from some stuff. And then if you scroll up, underneath where it says propose a rematch, there's something called final situation. You can click on that and it will show you the game at the end, which is great for turn-based games where the last turn may occur when you're not watching.
Okay.
And the game will score it, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, why did I lose? What did he do? Or whatever. You can look at the final
You
situation.
can. I can
Later.
retroactively see how bad I suck at the game. Okay.
Yeah, yes, or how good you did at the game.
Okay, where's my statistics though? I don't see anything under thinking time.
Let's see. Oh, okay. So down at the bottom, where on game results page, are
Yeah,
you
yeah.
on that?
Uh-huh.
You
Yep.
scroll down,
Yep.
and you'll see the like a yellow table kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay, so there's me, him, and you, and it will compare our thinking
Oh,
time.
it might be a premium thing. It's like grayed out, and I see a little yellow thing with a star, like a yellow ribbon with a star. Does that mean like you don't get access to that until you pay for
Okay.
it?
Well, okay. So maybe I apologize. The premium for this, I paid. I think it was $24. Chris recently did it. The price must have gone up. He paid 30, but we're talking about $30 for a year,
A
so
year?
it's not very expensive.
Oh, that's not
So
bad.
if it's something that interests you, it's not expensive. You do have a few benefits. Apparently, you can see a bunch of statistics, and I can click on the bottom of this thing and get a whole bunch more statistics.
Mm-hmm.
There's also the fact that you can choose your preferred color to play as. Like I set my preferred color
that's
to
fun.
green, so whenever it throws me into a game, it will give me green.
Mm-hmm.
And assuming it's available, and then you can choose secondary colors. Not that that matters very much, but you can also start premium games. There's certain games that are considered premium games, and
Mhm.
if you're not a member, then what you can only join other people's games essentially, which
Aha.
is fine. They're happening all the time, but you may have to wait 3 minutes for one to start or something. Whereas I can just start one whenever I want with whoever I want. Anyway, so there it is.
Well, that was remarkably fun.
Yeah. So if you click, return to main site or whatever, you can look at other games. I was hoping to teach you Space Base at some point, but it doesn't have to be now. Splendor is an easy one. Space Base is an easy one. Azul is easy, but not my favorite.
Haley would like to know. Haley would like to know if you like unstable unicorns and or flux.
Flux can be fun. That's Unstable Unicorns. I haven't played, but I know what it is.
We have fun with that one. That's a fun one. It's a simple game, but it's fun.
I actually have a version of that. What is it? The llama one? There's
The llama
there's a
one,
kitten
yeah.
one, a unicorn one, and a llama one. Or maybe I have the unicorn one. I don't remember. I got it on sale one time and I haven't played it yet. So I don't know if I like that game. It doesn't seem to be my type of game. But if Haley wants to get on and friend me on Board Game Arena, I'd be happy to teach her some of my favorites.
There we go. It's on like Carcassonne.
Exactly. She can peruse this, and if she likes board games, there's a whole bunch that I'm sure she'd be. And okay, so another thing I'll draw your attention to is any game that you like, you can favorite and put on your favorite game, so it'll be easy to click on. And
how does one do that?
Let's see here. So if you go to Games, which is the Games tab at the top of the screen.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm in full screen mode here. Hold on.
If you're in full screen, you press Escape, and it should get you.
Yep. Okay. So go to what now?
The Games tab.
I don't see a Games tab.
Oh, at the very top of the screen, it'll say Play Now, News, Games, Community, and Forums.
Wait, am I supposed to go back to return to the main site first?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I thought you did that.
No,
Yes.
I was still staring at our completed game. Oh, I get a new trophy. Asynchronous gamer. Finish a first turn-based game. All right. I feel so validated here. Okay. Oh, another one. Get another trophy. First game. I like my little trophies from Gertrude's Secrets and first grade onward. I like my little trophy room. Okay. Okay, click on what now? Games?
So at the top there, yeah, you can put, so the play now button is for actually starting games, and that's where you choose whether you want it to be with friends or with strangers.
Okay.
The news is gonna tell you about, new games that they've put on beta or whatever
Mm-hmm.
or stuff. If you click on the games tab, which is the one in the middle, it will bring you to a place where you can search by name for a game.
Yep, I see Carcassonne here under most popular games.
You can also check, like they have those sections, so based on what you play, we suggest or most popular,
Mm-hmm.
latest on BGA, beta games, core games, for regular gamers, casual gamers. So that
Mm-hmm.
casual gamers section and might be a good place for people to start, if they're
Ooh,
because
architects look fun. The Seven Wonders Architects, that looks fun.
yeah,
Judging solely from the artwork.
let me check if Seven Wonders Duel is on here, because Seven Wonders Duel is on here. So Seven Wonders Duel is the Seven Wonders that I would recommend for two players, and we could totally play that if you want. Anytime.
Well, I want to add Carcassonne to my favorite. So what do? I click on Carcassonne.
Okay, so let me see here. If you go to games, let me just pick one that I know isn't favorited, so I can just see how to
I mean,
do
I could
that.
just try. I can figure
Yeah,
it out.
if you click on it from the games page, it will bring up
Yep.
the whole
Oh,
big
add to
screen.
favorites. Yep.
Add to favorites right there, and then below that there's a tutorial. There's a link essentially to a YouTube page with video explanation if it exists. And then there's also
Rule
sometimes a
book.
tutorial. There's also a download the rule book, and you can read on the rules. You can also watch live games in progress. So if you just
Mm-hmm.
want to
You can
see
just watch
one,
someone else. Was anyone watching our game?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't look.
Well,
But
maybe someone's watching our stream too. I haven't been keeping an eye on if anyone's watching. If you're watching, hi, whoever's watching.
yep, I guess we should have introduced ourselves, but that's all right.
That's okay. Well, pick it up by osmosis.
Sure. So yeah, so she can favorite things, you can favorite things. You can, like I said, you've already learned how to make friends on here. You can make friends with people. When you try clicking on the play now button, just so you can see what that is at the top, so you can see what it looks like.
Clicking on the. Oh, 1 second. I'm just taking a screenshot real quick.
The tab at the very top, where you found games,
Yep.
except to the left of it. There you go. Once you click on that, you'll see three kind of
Options.
drop-down menus at the top.
Simple game, real game, and automatic. Yep.
So simple game is what you want to choose almost all the time. Arena and tournaments are what they say there.
Mm-hmm.
I would not, I mean, when you're starting out, probably don't do arenas or tournaments. So in the middle is where you pick real time or turn-based. Turn-based is what you could use as a default when you're playing with friends and people you know. If you are sitting down and you want to actually crank out a game that you know how to play,
Mm-hmm.
you can click real time and set it to like, a minute per turn, because you want to get done with this quick card game really fast.
Sure.
That's fine, but I would not recommend doing that unless you know how to play the game actively, because you don't want to be sitting there when you only have a minute and you don't know how to click the tiles or how to move the cards or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
right? So after you've played a couple of games of, whatever game it is, you can pick the fast one if you want. And then over to the right is important. That's where you're going to tell it automatic or friends. So automatic is where you want it to like basically do matchmaking, on the
Mhm.
internet with some random person. And you can set up your preferences for each game. Like say for instance, you prefer to play Carcassonne with 2 people and you're willing to play it with 3 people. You really don't want to play it with 4 people. You
Okay.
can set that all up under your Carcassonne settings. If you click on Carcassonne, you can click, there's a little settings button on the left,
Mhm.
and it'll let you set up what your
Oh, I see.
preferences
Yep.
are.
Nope. I have
And
no
so
preferences right
what
now,
you do
apparently.
is what you do is you just set your preferences up and then click automatic, and
Mhm.
it'll match make you to your preferences. So
Okay.
if you click that you only want to play with 2 people, it'll just put you in a game with 2 people and someone else who clicked that as well.
Fun.
If you click friends, then it is going to want you underneath there to add friends to who you want to play with, who you want to invite. So if Haley and Chloe add me as a friend and she sees that I'm online or whatever, she can press the little plus, add me to the little friends stack down there underneath where it says turn based, and then she will select friends on that drop down menu, and then she'll go down and click on Carcassonne, and it will automatically send me an invite to play Carcassonne with her.
I see.
So that's pretty much all there is. I mean, BGA is pretty, what you see is what you get. It's not super complicated. I mean, I really like it. They have a really, really, really excellent selection of board games on here. I mean, it is extensive, and they are adding them all the time.
Huh.
They add them at an impressive rate. I'll tell you that.
I wonder if they need an instructional designer. Will they hire me?
Well, you know what? It is not a terrible idea. You might want to reach out because it would be an awesome gig. I think that this is going to get bigger and bigger. I think
It's pretty well done. I'm impressed with it.
it's very, very well done. There are other game sites out there trying to do this, but in my opinion, none of them do it this well. I think that for tabletop simulator, there's a lot of people that prefer that, but usually they're hardcore gamers and they all have really fancy systems that can handle that 3D environment. This is way more user friendly. It's way more accessible to
Mm-hmm.
anybody. My 10-year-old can get on here and figure out how to play a game, you know? And if you don't know how to play a game and you accidentally click yourself into a game you don't know how to play, it's not that complicated to figure it out. Things are typically highlighted, what
Yeah.
you can and can't do.
Yeah, even if you
You
didn't know
know,
how to play, you could figure it out. Sure. Mm-hmm.
you probably can. You might piss some people off if you jump into a game where there's a time limit and you don't know what you're doing, but you can hop down in the chat and say, I'm really sorry. This is, and it even has a thing where when it's your first game, it warns people of that.
Oh, okay.
So, say for instance, you're the person who starts a Carcassonne game and you go to, you don't. I'm not online, so you click automatic, and it throws you in a game with someone. It'll warn you and say, hey Zach, this is so and so's first game.
I can't say that I feel much obligation to gamers I've never met. My first time is
But
my first time. They can be patient.
it is an attempt to let you know that this person might not know what's going on
Mhm.
and to warn you to pay attention to that. It also, I mean, I believe it
You know,
does
it's
tend to
it's it's like doing. I actually wish World of Warcraft to do that. If it threw you in a battleground with someone whose first time, if you were in like a dungeon or something and no one had done that dungeon before, they should tell you that. That way, okay, this person's never done it. Maybe take it easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
That's a
that's
good
all it's
idea.
for. Of course, people don't have to. If you're in a game where there's 1 minute time limits, for instance, and it's your first game, and people know that because it says it right under your name, the whole game it'll say, "This is my first game."
It just says
Okay.
noob.
Yeah. The nice thing about that is a lot of people will not boot you because what'll happen is if it's a 1 minute time limit, the timer will get down to one and then it'll go red and then you'll go into the negatives and it'll start telling you basically, hey, you're way over time here. You should have taken your turn. But people have the opportunity at that point to
boot
skip
you?
your turn or boot you from the game.
Mhm.
But they don't have to. And if they know it's your first time and you may have accidentally gone there and you can hop in the chat and be like,
Mhm.
oops, I didn't mean to join this game and I did, and I'm sorry, but I don't know what I'm doing. Can someone tell me what I can do now or whatever? People will typically just let your game run long. They won't boot you and they'll typically be nice
Uh-huh.
because of the fact that they know it's your first game because BGA told them that.
So I'm browsing at the games. I'm going to look at the most popular games. Let's see what the most popular games are.
Do you want me to hop in another game with you real quick? Because I'd love to play Space Base with you. Or
Space.
Two Birds. Two Birds is really easy. It's easier than Space Base. Splender's easy.
Yeah, we
either
could do
one of
one.
those.
Sure, we're just killing time here. We're gonna have lunch in a while, and I'll probably do a little Warcraft streaming later. If anyone's tuning in, tune back in later if you want to watch me play more World of Warcraft. But yeah, let's play another one. Sure.
Okay, so let's play a game of Space Base.
Okay. How do I get there? What do I do? Oh, you've invited me. Okay.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Are you sure you want to invite him? He's offline. Chris, you want to play, right? Okay, confirm. All right, I am going to do not training mode, normal mode, and we're going to do turn-based, no time limit.
Should I accept it or should I wait?
You can accept it now.
Okay.
I'm waiting for Chris, but that's fine.
Okay. It says beta version. May encounter some bugs or instability. That's okay. I agree. I
You
accept.
want me to do the light speed variant? So we start with some cards, or maybe I could not do the light speed variant since he's.
Something just knocked.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's just telling you you're all set and ready to go. I'm waiting for Chris.
How do I get to the game
He's over
though?
here meeting. It'll pop up as soon as I tell it to open the game.
Oh, okay. I got you.
It'll do it. I'm just waiting for Chris to.
I don't know the
And
first
it
thing
even-
about this
it
game.
even warns me too that that he is on the same. He's using the same IP as me, so that's
Mhm.
kind of nice because like they warn you, hey, these two people are in the same house, like they
Mhm.
could be cheating.
Oh, okay. Never thought to, cheat behind the scenes.
Oh, wait, actually, hold on. I'm gonna start this game again because it's not letting me.
Okay.
It's not letting me change the table configuration after everybody joined.
So what do I do?
Nothing. I'm gonna quit it and start a new one.
Okay. Should I close
Wait,
the little?
hold on a second. Actually, maybe I won't. Well, I guess I can. That's fine. It's just a little harder to explain with the light speed variant. But that's fine. We'll just do it anyway.
Do
You're
I
a smart guy.
do
We'll
I click
figure it
go
out.
to game?
Yeah, that's fine. We can start it. We'll just start it this way.
Okay, it's loading the
Okay.
game. I have no idea what I'm looking at. I see
I know you
spaceships.
don't. Okay, so essentially, what you're looking at the top is your row of spaceship cards. Okay.
Okay.
When it says select up to 15 and then it shows a picture of a sun on the card, just they're suns, but they're essentially a monetary unit in this game, so that's money. Just think of it as money. You have 15 money and you're going to select some starting cards. When you select your starting cards, this game is based on dice, so I would encourage you to try to pick cards based on what would be the most common things to come up on 2 dice.
7.
So the upper right has a little gray box with a number in it. That's the number card of what dice number would need to be rolled in order for that card to take effect.
Okay.
So probably not 12s, probably more like 5s, 6s, 7s, 9s, 1s, 2s, 3s, all that stuff's going to be more common than an 11 or a 12. And you only have 15 suns. The cost of the card is in the upper left corner of the card. So you have up to 15 suns to spend to grab some cards. So let's see here. Grab some.
What's the point of the game? What?
You'll see. Well, again, this is a learning game, so don't worry about whether or not you pick the right stuff. Just
Okay.
pick a few cards, click on a few until it says you can't click on any
Okay,
anymore.
so click on a few.
There you go. And when it says you're out of luck and you're out of money, then stop clicking.
Wait, it's not. I'm clicking on them. It's not doing anything.
Oh, in the starting card choices area.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's where I click.
Yep, they should have little white like highlighted squares around them.
So on the
Yes.
upper left, it'll have a price tag for them.
Okay.
I have to go pee.
So right now you have 15 gold to spend. They're actually suns. but
Oh,
they're
I see.
one.
Okay.
So you have 15 to spend.
Okay.
Yeah. In the game, I will pick things that are most likely to come up. So 1 through 6 is really good because that's what's going to come up more often, right? Because when you roll the dice, you can either take one or you can take each of them. So you can take the number, say you roll 2 and 3. You can either take two and 3, or you can take just the 5. So the 2 added up together.
Okay. I think I'm maxed out here.
Okay, so then confirm your choice, and that's
Oh,
what we'll do.
up at the top, like finish selection.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea if I selected good ones or not.
It's fine.
Okay.
You'll get the gist of that after a couple, rounds.
Cute little spaceships, though.
But what's going to happen now is the first person's going to roll their dice. They're going to take, like I said, either go ahead and finish your selection. So they're going to take both dice, the value of both dice, or the 2 combined.
Well, maybe we should have explained to him why these things flip. So did you notice when you took your starting cards that something happened, right? And the card that you bought went into your row.
At the
and
top, yeah.
Now all of a sudden there's red cards at the top. Okay. So when you take a card, the existing card that's in that spot, so say you take a number 1 card, okay, that new card that you buy will go into the 1 spot, and the existing card that's in your 1 spot will get flipped upside down, and so the little red thing is now at the top. So do you see how your 1 card right now, let's look at yours. Hold on, let me go down to your screen. You see how your 1 card right now is that UES, whatever it's called, GAR, new something.
Wait, my 1 card?
Yeah, the card in your 1 spot.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay, yep.
See how it's got like a blue area, and at the bottom of it, it's got a 1, and it looks like the 1's upside down?
I don't see an upside down 1, but
like below where it has a blue area and a 1. That's
the red area is upside down 1. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. The reason that all the cards have upside down stuff at the bottom in red is because when you buy a number one card, that number one card will go into this spot right side up. And this existing one card that's already here will get flipped upside down and tucked underneath it so that the red bottom part is now visible at the top. So the cards that you did buy were, let me look, you bought a 2, you bought a 3, you bought an 8, and an 11. The reason I know that is because of the fact that all of those cards are the ones that have red things sticking up from the top.
Right. And I can scroll down and see your guys's. Yeah.
Yes. So the card that was in your 2 spot
Mm-hmm.
is now up and tucked behind, right? And the new number 2 card is now down where you can see the whole card. Does that make sense?
No, but I'll figure it out.
Okay. So like he said, what's going to happen is every turn we each roll some dice. So Chris rolled 2 3s.
Okay.
Apparently that's what it says on the right side of the screen. So I'm saying, so what happens from that point is because he's the active player, he can take either 2 3s or the number 6 from his blue areas. Okay. So if you look at his 3, it's a 1 sun. So he can either take that twice, which would be 2 total suns, or he can take his number 6 card, which is 1 sun. So he's probably going to take the 2 3s and get 2 suns out of it. And what he got from that is going to be up next to his name, and it'll show that he has, look at that, 2 suns. How'd you get the other 2? Oh, you had 2 to begin with.
Yeah, so
Okay.
spend.
Okay.
Okay.
So on this same turn where he rolls 3 and 3, you and I can collect the red portion. So that's like the passive, it's the other player's turn portion. I don't have any 3 cards, okay? And I don't have any 6 cards, so I'm not going to get anything from this roll. But you, on the other hand, will get your 3, the little 1 sun that's above your 3,
Yes.
because it's his turn. You'll get that twice. Or if you had something above your 6, you would get that. You would get that once. But since you have the 3, I would take and click on that to select that. Yes, I want that bonus. And
I'm
what
sorry,
that'll do is it'll give you that 1 sun twice.
Click on what?
So you're, above your little 3 card, you have that red area with the 1 sun.
Yes.
That should be highlighted white.
I don't see it highlighted white.
Okay, well, I guess it must have automatically taken them for you because now it's your turn and you've got a 4 and a 2. Okay, so now you have a choice to take either the blue bonus on your number 6 or the blue bonus on your 4 and 2.
Yeah, it says
So the blue
activate
bonus
sectors
on
2
your
and 4 or
I would
6.
take it on your 4 or 2 because that's 2 suns versus only 1 sun.
Okay, I'll do that. It
Okay,
says I can
now
select
once
a
you-
card to buy.
Yep. Now you can go up to the place where you can purchase cards, and you have a total of 3 suns to spend. So it's going to highlight the cards that you have enough money to buy, and leave. So for instance, that second card there you can't buy because you don't have 4 suns, but
Oh,
all these
okay.
other cards you could buy. So maybe I would say the best card in this spot.
You're
here
talking
you
about
buy-
I see a row of 3 cards. You're talking about in the row number 1, right?
Yep, row number 1. Basically, each one of these rows gets progressively more expensive. Row number 1 is cheaper, is the
Uh-huh.
cheapest. Row number 2 is more expensive. Row number 3 is more expensive than that.
Okay.
So you can only afford things that cost 3 suns. So you can only afford things in the top row, and you can't afford the second or fourth card because they are both 4 suns each, right?
Right.
And you only have 3. So if I were you, I'd probably take that number 8 because you don't have a card in your. Oh no, you do have a card in your 8 slot. Maybe I
How
would
about
take the 8.
how about let's see, I've got a 10s. I have nothing in the 10 slot.
You have nothing in the 10 spot, but 10 is less frequently. Let's see. Do you have enough for the 4? Do you have anything in your 4 spot?
No, I don't.
Don't. I would probably take the 4
Take
because
the
it's more
4.
commonly rolled than a 10. Because to get a 10, you got to have, you got to have a combination of dice, whereas the 4 can occur on 1 die.
Okay.
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 Okay. So now did you see what happened? Now your 4 went into the place where the 4 was,
Yes.
and so on.
And
so
it's
forth.
it's asking me, do I want to activate sectors 2 and 2 or 4 or reset turn?
Okay, so on my turn, I rolled 2 and 2. You can either activate your 2 sector in the red area up top because I'm the active player, you're the passive player. On the active player's turn, they take the blue bonuses, which are the front face of the card that's, down on their actual board. When it's a passive player's turn, meaning like right now it's you and Chris are passive players, you're going to take the red bonuses, which are the things that are tucked, those cards that are tucked behind.
Yep.
So you can either take your 2 bonus twice, because I rolled 2 2s, which would be 2 suns for you, or you can take your 4 bonus, which is only 1 sun. So I would click on the 2s to take the 2s, the 2 2s, because that's going to give you 2 suns that you can use to add to whatever you get on your turn to buy more cards next time.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Getting there.
In there. Okay.
You know, it's
So
it's clear your brain has an aptitude for this kind of thing.
Let's see. I have played this a few times. I am going to take.
I find I don't take to a new game like this very easily. I'm kind of like, I have no idea what I'm doing. So.
Okay. So now Chris rolled a 5 and a 6. So
It's
right? Or no, 6 and a 4. 6 and a 4. So that would be. Tell him about your arrow thing. Okay. So look at Chris's board for a second.
Oh, scroll down and look at Chris's board. Okay.
So he just rolled a 6 and a 4, which, as you know, could be a 6 and a 4 or a 10. So if you look at his 2 blue bonuses on 6 and 4, that's 1 sun each. So he can choose to take 2 suns by selecting the 6 and 4 option, or he can select the number 10. On his number 10, you'll see 2 arrows. That just simply means that if he chooses the 10, he will then get to select one of those 2 other options.
Left and right. Okay.
So it says here, if you when you gain the blue reward, you will gain it for either sector, higher or lower. So he can then choose. So he's probably going to select the 10, and then he's probably going to select the 11.
I got
because
it.
he's going to want 5 suns and 1 planet. Now,
What's the planet?
Explain what planets are. So if you look up at your name here, you'll see that you have planets, rockets, and suns. The suns are the monetary thing. I told you that's the money, right?
Okay, gold. Yeah.
Planets are like your baseline money. So no matter how much money you spend every turn, at the end of the turn, it puts you back up to the number of planets that you have, as though you just like have an auto refill of money.
Okay.
Like, if that makes any sense. So if you had 10 planets and you had 20 suns you spent in a turn or something like that, it would then at the end of that turn put you right back up to 10. I know, I'm about to tell him that. So another thing that's a little weird about this game is, say you have 10 suns and you buy a card that costs 5. It takes away those 5 suns, but then it's gonna take all the suns. So it's like whenever you spend money, you use all your money. So hence the reason for except for that first turn where we got to select some cards, and that was only because we were doing the lightning variant. Normally this game starts with no extra, and you just start the game with nothing. But this makes it a little quicker. So
Okay.
the rockets are your victory points, and the first person to 40 rockets is who's going to win.
Okay.
And you will see how you get rockets in a little bit. You'll already notice that there's some rockets on some of the cards. Those can be
yes. I do see
okay.
that.
And then there's some yellow cards that are below, like the marketplace, I guess, so to speak, that have yellow rockets in them. You can buy those.
I see. Yep.
Whenever you want. But once you select that card, it gives you the number of rockets that it says on it immediately, and then it takes the place of your card, and you no longer are going to get rockets or anything else for that spot. So if I was to, for instance, buy, that one card right there for 9 suns, it's going to give me 3 victory points right when I buy it. Then that yellow card would take the spot of my one card. My current one card would get flipped upside down and stuck behind it, and I would continue to get passive bonuses whenever other people rolled ones, but whenever I roll ones, I get nothing, because that's like one of the downsides to it's kind of like capping it off. You're like, okay, I'm going to get these yellow victory points right now, but that's it. The well is dried up. I can no longer get anything from that sector.
What are the different spaceship prefixes stand for? UEC versus UES versus the other ones?
Those are just the names of the ships. And in the rule book for the actual physical board game, they have them all listed by name, so you can look them up and like what they do and things like that. But they don't really pertain to anything in the game.
Okay.
It's all the symbols.
So it's telling me at the top of my screen I can activate Sector 4.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so because it was Chris's turn and he rolled a 4 and a 6, you don't have anything in the 10 spot, right? So you can't activate the 10. I mean, at the top. You don't have anything in your passive spot, right? And you don't have anything in 6, so it's only allowing you to activate 4.
So should
So
I
you
should
can-
I do that?
Yep. Yep, that means, so what do you have above 4? You have a 1 sun, so you're going to get 1 sun right now.
Okay. Okay, I just
Okay.
rolled. I think I rolled a 1 and a 6.
A 1 and a 6. So you can either activate sector 7
Mm-hmm.
or 6 and 1. And for you, let's see, sector 7 is going to give you 3 suns, and sector 6 plus 1 is going to give you 2 suns. So I would definitely select sector 7.
Sector 7 done. And I
It'll
can
give you
select
one
the card
extra
to buy,
sun.
or I can skip the buy.
No, don't skip the buy. So
Okay.
so you've got 4 suns total now. So you can buy anything you want in the first row.
Okay.
At the beginning, don't skip. The only time you would ever want to skip is when in later rounds, sometimes you want to hold your, if you don't spend any money, you can keep your suns for the following round. So it's only when you spend money does it take it all the way down to 0 and then go back up to your planets. When you, if you choose not to spend any suns, it doesn't get rid of your suns.
Okay, I think I'm seeing the rhythm here.
You're seeing the, okay, so I rolled a 4 and a 5, which is a 9, and you'll notice that I have one of those arrow cards on my 9, right?
I have to scroll down to look, but yes.
So I can either select that 9, in which case, once I selected that 9, which one would I choose, 10 or 8? Quiz time. Which one is smarter? Definitely
8.
right?
8, yeah.
Okay, so if I chose my 9, that's what I'd be choosing. But my other alternative is to select my 4 and 5. And if I select my 4 and 5, I will get 1 sun, and I will get to put a little cube in that little box on my number 5 card.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to look. I have 1 sun currently. So I'm going to look down at the first row and see if there's a card that I want for 2 suns. Because if I only choose 4 and 5, then I'm only going to have 2 suns. So if the card I really want costs 3, then I better select my 10. So I'm going to look down here and
Okay.
see. I think I like the card for that is a, let's see, do I like that one? Yeah, I like that one fine. I think I'm actually going to select, well, I don't know. No, I'll just do the 9. Okay, let me do that. That gives me a planet. Planets are good. Okay, so now I have 3 suns. I will take,
My 3 sons.
yeah, I will take.
Remember that old joke?
I don't have anything in
The graphics are
this.
pretty, but this is awfully complicated.
It's not as complicated as it seems. You're gonna get it once it sinks in. You'll be fine. It's really actually quite easy, but there's a few weird little things to understand. Once your brain gets wrapped around it, you'll be fine. Okay, so Chris rolled a 1 and a 5, so you're gonna have to make the choice of, let's see, do you have anything on 1 or 5? You don't have anything on 1, you don't have anything in 5, and you don't have anything in 6. So never
Yeah,
mind, you don't have to make choices.
It said there was nothing to do, so I hit the little.
So if you
Move
look
on
at your
button.
board, you can see how if you look at the number 1, the number 5, and number 6,
Mhm.
none of those things have anything in the passive display, which is up at the top in
Right.
red. Okay, so that's why, and I had nothing either,
Okay,
I don't think.
I rolled a
Maybe
2 and a
did.
2, so I can activate 2 and 2, or I can activate my 4.
Right, so, okay, so let me explain this. So 2 and 2 will give you 2 suns, right?
Right.
Okay.
I got that.
But if
Yep.
you activate 4, what all that will do this time will be put a little cube and that little blue spot on that card. And what that card will do for you. So you already have 2 suns right now. So if the card you want to buy only costs 2 suns, and you can feel free to click on the 4. But if you want something that costs 4 suns, then you should probably select the sector 2. Let me explain what that little cube does though. So if you hover your mouse over the card, number 4 card.
Yep.
It will tell you that if you roll the 4, you're going to gain a cube.
I see that. Yep.
Then in green, the green means on any turn. You can spend a cube to increase the die sum by 1. So what
okay.
that basically means
Bumps
is
it
that
over to the next one up. Yeah.
you've already learned that blue things happen on your turn. Red things happen on other people's turns when you're a passive player. Now, green things can happen on anyone's turn, which means that during any die roll, whether it's my die roll or your die roll, you can take the cube that you've previously placed on this number 4 card, and you can spend it to increase the die sum by 1. That's very useful in later game when you have very profitable things on certain cards and you're trying to manipulate where the die lands. Because if you have a card that's going to give you 8 victory points if you land on it, and you have a couple cards that have these cubes on them that allow you to manipulate a die roll, then you're going to be able to do that and cash that in when you want to. So right now, that's, slightly useful because, for instance, if someone rolled a 7, you could pop it, if you roll a 7, you could pop it, make it an 8, and get your 5 suns and a planet.
Okay.
But it's not as extremely useful as it would be later. But my question for you is, which one of those cards in the first row do you want to buy? That's what you need to look at.
I have no idea. Let's see.
Because if you have enough suns already for it, you might as well put a cube on your card, is my point. So which one of those cards suits your fancy?
Well,
is the question.
I could use the 12 card. Which costs what? 3 gold?
That costs 3.
3
So, okay,
cents.
so if you want that card, then you're going to need to not put the cube on your 4 card, and you're going to need to select
the 2 and the 2. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, now I can select my 12 card.
So the game was pretty smart when they color coded everything. So everything that's in blue happens on your turn, everything that's in red happens on other people's turns, and everything that's in green can happen on anybody's turn.
Okay.
That's the key there. So I rolled a 2 and a 3. So you should be able to activate some stuff. Let's see.
This is activate 2 and 3.
And you don't have a 5, so that's why it's not giving you a choice.
Right,
there.
okay.
So, but I have a choice. If you look at my screen right now, I can choose between the 2 suns that I would get from 2 and 3, or I can do the same thing as I was talking to you about and put a cube on my number 5 card. And I have 5 suns.
On the
now,
USS Alexandrov. Hey, you need to be boycotting those Russian spaceships right now.
So I just want to point out something to you. I have 5 suns right now. Okay. 5 suns is enough to buy anything in the first row.
Yes.
Okay, if I get 2 more suns, that puts me up to being able to buy some stuff in the second row. So I have to think seriously, do I want to jump up to the second row right now with my 2 extra suns, or do I just want to put a cube on there in order to be able to, and I'm looking at, let's see, is there any, I could really use a card in the 7 sector, and there is one in the second row for 7 sector, because I have no cards right now for 7, and 7's a commonly rolled number. So I think I am going to take my suns, 2 and 3, and I have 7, and there's a couple of good cards down there. Let's see, do I want that one? I think I'm going to take, oof. These are all good cards. I'm going to take this out now. All right.
Okay.
So the nice thing about this game is once everybody knows what they're doing, you get to do something on everyone's turn. Okay. So there's not a lot of downtime where you're waiting for people to choose because of the fact that, there is right now because you're learning.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to wait for me to think this through here.
That's okay. So you have a 4 and a 3. So let's see. Let me go down to your screen. See what
That was the only thing I could do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you don't have a 7.
Right.
So select the 4 and 3. And that's going to put a cube in both of your little cards.
Okay.
Now, if you ever get a new 4 or 3 card, and those cards flip, upside down and get tucked, you might be wondering, do I lose my cube? The answer is no. The cube will then just go into that other portion up at the top there, where there's spots for cubes. The only difference is that if you look at the bottom of those cards, the upside down portion, you'll notice that there's 2 cube spots. So in order to use that ability, once it's flipped upside down, you'll need 2 cubes instead of 1 to do it. It's the only difference.
Okay. Tricky.
Tricky. Okay. Ooh, Chris, I think we're waiting on you. He's multitasking. What are you playing? He's playing Assassin's Creed on the Xbox.
He's playing Assassin's Creed while he's playing this. Well, okay, it shows, he's got this game down, and it's still taking my brain power here. Okay.
Right. You'll get.
What's the progression at the top of the screen? Is that how much of the game is left? Like we're only 5% done with the game?
Hold on a second. I don't see this progression at the top of the screen.
Oh, I've maximized my window.
Oh, yep, that is the progression of the game. That's right.
All right, so we got a ways to go here. Okay, so I can either activate 2 and 2, or I can activate 4.
Let me look at your screen. 2 and 2 or 4. Yep. So you have that choice again, where you can get 2 suns or you can put a cube. Now let's see how many you have. 5 suns right
5
now, which
suns,
means that
yes.
if you get 2 more suns, you'll be able to buy from the second row
Oh, well,
potentially.
let's do that then.
Okay. But if you had looked at the second row and thought, you know what, I don't want anything there. There's no point to get 2 extra suns if you're just gonna spend 4 anyway. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I think tricky.
Are you still streaming?
I am. We're streaming, yes.
All right.
I don't know if anyone's watching, but we'll see.
I guess as a streamer, you can tell that, right?
Yeah, but I'm only on my laptop. Normally, you know, if I were streaming from a desktop, I'd have a separate monitor to monitor the streaming stuff, but I'm just on my laptop, so I can't see if anyone's you know, watching and commenting. So,
Oh, okay.
all right, I think I'm gonna risk activating this one. Okay.
What a bad streamer you are. Not people could be asking you questions and you're not even responding.
Yeah, you know, it's the kind of thing that once I get a new job and you know, make sure I got some steady income, and I'll probably plunk down some money for a gaming PC so I can you know, do slightly higher quality streams and do all the things streamers are supposed to do. But in the absence of that, I got to make do with what I got. So
I think our laptop that we bought that I haven't taken out of the box yet should be pretty adequate.
yeah, the real problem seems to be that this little MacBook Pro is its primary processor is pretty good for things like processing videos and exporting files, that kind of thing, but its graphics card kind of sucks for gaming. So it's very easy for it to be overtaxed while playing a game and trying to stream at the same time, because it has to, when you're streaming, it has to process the stream and compress the you know, the resolution of your screen into whatever resolution you're outputting, and it's got to do that in real time.
Sure.
Okay,
That
oh, I
makes
got to
sense.
activate some sectors here. Okay, I only get one option, 2 and 3. Okay,
For you.
I like when it only gives me one option.
Well, okay, so there is a little button over there on the right underneath your name that says auto confirm if no action possible. If you select on that one and then auto select sector choice when.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to do that though, because I want to
So if you,
understand what's going on.
yeah, if you have, once you understand the game, I would turn those on so it just automatically does stuff when there's either,
Yep.
you know, when there's a binary choice where it's like, I can get 1 sun or I can get 1 sun. Okay, well, let's just select one of those because it doesn't matter. It'll do that for you. If there's any thinking to be done, it will still ask the person. So it's actually pretty smart the way it does it. But for right now, when you're trying to understand things, yeah, I would.
So I'm gathering from your little info thing on the right side of the screen that you've played this 181 times.
No, that is not correct.
Oh,
I
okay.
have not played this anywhere near that many times, but that is like it's like a ranking based off
Oh,
of,
ranking.
you kind of get like experience points for playing these games, and when you if you were to play someone with like a 300 rank or whatever, that means they win a lot, right? So so the higher the number, the more time someone's played, and also the better they are at playing it, I suppose.
Okay. All right, so I'm just kind of thinking through my options. I don't have that many options here.
It helps the computer know too for matchmaking purposes, so that it doesn't always necessarily put you in with someone of your same level, but it tries to not necessarily throw people who are brand new at games in
So
with like
I have a question real quick. So if you can buy a card for a slot you already have a card in, and the new card replaces that one, is that right?
That's right. So
Okay.
the new card replaces it, and then the old card gets tucked under, and they keep stacking. So
Oh,
you can keep buying. So if you bought like 3 more number 8 cards, then the existing card that's there would go up, and then that next existing card would
okay.
go up, and then next, and then you'll get. So see how on my screen I have like on 5 and 9, I have 2 red things above them. You see that?
Yes. Yes. Okay. I see.
That means that I have bought 2 number 5 cards and 2 number 9 cards.
Okay.
Because I started with 1 and I've bought 2 more.
Help me think this through. So it says I can select a cube, or I can activate sector 2.
Let me look. Activate sector 2, which for you, your passive ability would be 1 sun. Says there's 1 red sun above your 2.
Yes, or I can activate a cube.
Okay. So what is the combined total? Number 7. Okay, so the reason it's giving you that option is because if you activated your cube, you could change the number 7 to an 8, in which case you would get the 2 sun bonus that's above your number 8. Now, I don't know if I would
hold on, you
do
lost
that.
me. So it's asking me to activate select cube or activate sector 2. Why are you talking about sector 8 when it's asking me about sector 2?
Okay, because so see how the combined sum of my dice is 7?
Where Oh, yes, I see that now. Yes, okay.
Okay, and see how you don't have any red cards above your number 7?
I do not. That's right.
Therefore, and you don't have any above your 5.
Oh, I
And
see.
I rolled
So
5 and
2
2. So it's only
I
giving
see.
you the option of the 2 right now. However, I wouldn't spend your cube this way, so I would not do that. I would just activate your 2. That's my
Okay.
suggestion.
I'm going to do it right
But
now.
you could choose to activate your cube right now, which means, because remember, I told you that green cube could be,
Mhm.
that green ability can be used on anyone's turn. So anytime anyone rolls dice from now on, it's going to ask you if you want to activate that cube.
Oh, okay.
Okay. As long as you have the cube, you can activate it on any turn. And you would be able to take that combined dice sum, which is 7 right now, and
Mhm.
make it an 8. It increases it by 1. And if you did increase it by 1 and make it an 8, you would be getting the sector reward that's above your 8 because this is your passive turn. So you'd be getting 2 suns because that's what's above your 8 right now. That's only a net profit of 1 sun. You're already going to get 1 sun if you do the 2. So you would be spending a cube to just get 1 extra sun, and I don't think that's worth it, because what if on your turn you roll a combined total of 7? You could spend that 1 sun much more efficiently than to increase it to 8 and get 5 suns and a planet.
Okay.
Or say you roll an 8, you could increase it to a 9, or say even better yet, you rolled I don't know, something like I don't know. The point is I just think that I would save that cube. 1
Okay.
sun's not worth it, in my opinion, unless you really wanted something that you needed an extra
I
sun
have
for.
selected number 2 and not the cube.
Okay, I have to make a choice now, and I was busy doing you, so I wasn't doing me. I will choose sector 7. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to buy. Let me do this guy right here. Right? He rolled a 10. So
Okay.
you are going to be able to activate either
I'll do my number 10.
6 and 4 or 10. You don't have a 6, you do have a 4. Yeah, you should definitely do your 10.
Yeah.
Which is three suns for you. So that's not bad. See, it's not even your turn yet. You got 3 suns. That's great. Plus, it looks like you already had 2 suns. So that means it's going to be 5, I think.
I have 5 right now.
It's only showing me the 2 that you had before. Now it added 3, so I can see that you have 5
Okay,
now.
so I rolled
So now
a
it's
1
your
and a
turn,
6.
and you rolled a 7. Big money. That's a good roll for you. So you have a choice. You can take the 3 suns in your sector 7. You could take, how did you get a 7? It was a what and a
One
what?
and a
Oh,
1 and a 6.
Okay, so 1 and 6 would give you 2
Oh,
suns.
so definitely 7
7
then.
would give you 3, or you could activate your cube right now and get 5 suns and a planet.
Oh,
That's
well.
my point.
Well, okay. How do I
So
activate the cube?
you just click the cube.
Wait. Click the cube where?
On the number 4 card, you have a cube.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Okay, that little white cube right there that you placed on a previous turn.
Okay, now I
because
can
you rolled
activate the 8.
8.
Yes. Okay, I
It
see.
was a much more lucrative turn for you than just spending that cube to get 1 extra sun last turn.
And should I? Okay, so I can buy more cards, or should I like save up and buy rocket ship cards down below?
Let me see what you have.
Oh, I can
So
buy
you
one rocket ship
have-
card right now.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Hold on. You got 5 plus, so you've got 10 suns. No, I would definitely not buy a rocket ship card right now. You're talking about those yellow cards. I wouldn't
Yeah.
do that right now.
Okay.
No, I would take if you love a card in the second row, like that number 2 card right there,
Mm-hmm.
is a pretty good card. And it's 8 suns, which means it's not like you're wasting a bunch of suns. That number 2 card is pretty dang good. I would probably buy that one if I
All right,
were
and
you.
then give me a
That
couple
first
rocket
card.
ships. So.
The rocket ships you don't get those rocket ships instantly like you do with the yellow cards, but what now is going to happen is anytime someone rolls, or anytime you roll a 1,
Mhm.
you're going to get you can get those rockets. Okay, or sorry, not a 1, a 2. Sorry, that was a number 2 card. So whenever a 2 is rolled, you're going to get 2 rockets. And do you see how on the bottom part of the card, there's a red upside down rocket thing?
Yes.
When you buy another number 2 card, that rocket's going to now be up there. And now every time someone else rolls 2, you'll get passive rockets. Does that make sense?
Passive rockets sound good.
Passive rockets are excellent. Passive rockets are a good way to win this game. Let's see here. So I am going to activate. How many suns do I have? 6. See, 6 is a shitty number because you know it's more than you need to buy anything in the first row, so you're good there. But if you want anything in the second row, you're 1 sun short. 1 sun. But if I was to do that, that's not that great. So I think I'm gonna do. Do I want the planet or do I want the cube? That's the question. Planet or the cube? I think I want hard choice. Planet or cube? I'm gonna go with the planet.
Going with the planet? Okay.
And go with the planet.
Go with the planet.
I'm gonna take this.
This is not a short game. We're only
here.
8% done.
Well, it goes a lot quicker again if everybody knows what they're doing. So you're learning though, so that's okay.
Okay, I roll a 2 and a 1. Okay, so I can activate sectors 1 and 2 or 3. I'm gonna go with 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's a good choice. You got some victory points now.
All right.
You should see your little rocket number go up.
I did, yes, and I can select a card to buy now.
Also, the way this game works is the back half of the game goes really quick compared to the first half of the game because once people start this is what's called an engine building game because you're building what's basically a point generating engine, right?
Yes.
And once you get more cards on the table, you start getting points exponentially faster. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So in these quote engine building games, you're gonna build an engine that's gonna start working and ramping up quicker and quicker and quicker, and then all of a sudden points will just start flowing in very quickly.
Okay.
All right. So yeah.
I think it's clicking a little bit, you know.
You're understanding a little bit. All right. It took a friend of mine we just taught not too long ago. It took him like I think he didn't quite understand the cards flipping over and the passive thing until like the second game.
Yeah, it's.
But,
I'm warming up to it.
2 and 6 or 8. I'm gonna go with 8. We're gonna get some points in the bag here. Points in the bag. We go with that sucker right there.
Okay, so Chris
can't
rolls
get a-
4 and
I
3.
cannot get a 6 to save my life. It's one of those games, Chris. I have not gotten a card in my sector 6, which is annoying. Oh, you haven't got one in 5, 6, or 7, Zach. You need
No.
to fix that.
Okay.
Oh, there's a 7 card in the second row now. That's good. And a 5 too. Both of those are good. Let's see, how many points do you have? 4 sons. And what did
I have 6 sons.
you have? Oh, it only shows me 4. You probably just got some from his roll that I can't see yet.
Okay,
so
I'm
you have
rolling.
6.
I rolled a 3
Now you
and a
got
6. I rolled a 9.
I know it is a good one. I'm going to encourage him to buy that. Hold on.
Okay,
one
hold
sec.
on.
What are your options?
I can activate 3 and 6 or 9.
3 and 6. Sorry, I have to scroll up to
I
see
think
the dice.
9 seems like the way to go.
3 and 6 or yeah,
9.
9 is definitely the way to go.
And with that, I would buy the second row.
So what? How many sons do you have total now?
I have 12 sons total now.
Okay, so the only thing you can afford in the bottom row is that number 1 card, and that's not a bad card for 1, but I don't know. It's going to be a tough choice. I think the 7 in the second row might be the second card over. Might be a better choice.
Generating some rockets.
Because number 1, you already have a card in sector 1. Number 2, you have none in sector 7, and that's a commonly rolled number.
Right.
And it's a rocket generator, which is always good.
I think
And
7 is
the
the most
bottom
common
of the
number. Right?
card the bottom of the card has 2 rockets, which means even when this number 7 gets pushed up, it will be a
Okay.
rocket generator when it's passive as well.
I'll do that one. It's done.
Both Chris and I think that was the better choice, even though it was a cheaper card.
Okay.
Times that's the way it goes. Just depends on the person's board and the situation. So I need to activate some sectors, and I will go with. That's gonna give me 11 suns. That's an annoying number, but it is what it is.
Okay, activate sectors 1 and 4. Okay. Just grabbing a couple screenshots here for my. When I'm streaming it, you have to make the little thumbnail art in YouTube, so I always try to get a nice, pretty screenshot of whatever I'm playing, so I can make that the screenshot,
Nice.
which I'm gonna do again right now.
That's good.
Actually. Hold on a sec here.
Can you combine pictures so you could have like Carcassonne and Space Base showing?
I'm probably not gonna overthink it that much, probably.
Alright. Chris, your turn. Geez, I forgot I have to do something for. Ugh. I have some work to do after this.
Work. Oh.
Yeah, for school, I have to fill out some forms and. Yeah, it's annoying, but I have to do it. I told the teacher lady I would do it today.
Okay, sorry. I know I'm holding up the show. I was just getting a good screenshot. Okay.
Fine.
Activate sectors 3 and 4 or 7, and 7 is my rocket ship one, so I'm gonna do that one.
Plan.
Hit me with some rockets. Yes. Okay. I roll 1 and 6, so it rolled a 7. And activate 7 again, right?
Let's see here. 7. You rolled a what? A 1 and a 6?
Yeah, so definitely activate 7 because that's that cool card you just had
Definitely
me pick.
activating 7, yeah.
Okay, now
I would, unless you really wanted those suns. I would definitely take the points.
Okay, so now I have 7 suns and I can buy something.
Let's see. What's in the second row that would be good for you? You don't currently have anything in sector 5, and there's a 5 card there. The second card over, that's your moneymaker right there. Yes.
Okay.
Buy that card. You are currently not generating anything when anybody else rolls a 5. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, but wait a minute. It's not letting me. Oh, it's not an option. I don't have enough suns.
Oh, you don't have enough suns. Oh, that's the worst.
Either save your money or spend.
Nah, he should spend it. Let's see here. He doesn't.
Double up on the 1 through 4 or something.
Yeah, see if there's anything. Well, there is a 1 card, but that card's kind of a. So on the card that says it's a number 1 sector card, just so I can explain that, you would basically, whenever you roll a 1, you'd put a cube in there, and the little chains in between the cubes mean that you need multiple cubes in order to activate this card. The little pips in the far right.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong 1 card. I got it. Yep. Okay.
Okay, the little pips in the far right, that means that you have to put a cube there at those player counts. So in a 2 and 3 player game, you would need 3 cubes in order to activate this card. And when you do activate it, you can swap your 6 and 7 sector cards. That means everything in sector 6 and 7 will swap. So that's not a great card
Doesn't sound.
for you. What about the number 8? What do you have in sector 8 right now? Oh, your sector 8's pretty good. So I don't know if I would do that one. Sector 8 card that's available there is pretty good, but I kind of like the one you have better. Let's see. Well,
Okay.
you could. Let's see. Is there anything in the first row? No. Yeah, I would just actually save your sons this round.
Okay. Skip the
Because-
buy.
Yeah, I would, because it's not looking like anything's improving your situation much. That's available at the moment.
Okay, I can activate sector 3 or sector 9. Let's see, 3 or 9. 9's pretty good. Let's do 9.
Yeah, you'll get 3 suns. That's not bad. Yeah. Let's see. I can do.
I'm getting the gist of it. I mean, some of the the cube thing and it's a little needlessly complicated for me in a couple places, but I like it.
You'll get it. It's not so bad. Let's see. What is that? Let's see. Please.
What's the name of this one again? This game?
Space base.
Space Base.
This is your space base, right? This is your base, and these are all of your sectors, and you have ships in all your sectors. That's like the theme.
Cute.
Yeah.
Oh, our progression's going up quickly. Why is the game progressing so much faster than it was at first?
Because like I said, basically, 40 points is the win condition of
Right.
this,
So it's all
right?
defined by the number of rocket ships you've got.
Yes. So I am gonna
I see.
actually.
Yes. Okay. So yes, Chris has 10 rockets, so we're a quarter of the way there. Got it.
How many rockets do I have?
You've
Oh,
got
I have
8.
10
I see 8, and I've got 6.
Yeah, I've got 8. So I could take 4 rockets right now, or I could take a whole bunch of suns. Oh, this is a tough choice. I think I'm actually gonna take. Let's see.
I like the picture of the USS Scott. It looks like a giant, I don't know, like wormhole generator or something. I don't know. Strange. Okay.
Is
I guess like a giant Stargate. That's what the UES Scott looks like in row number 3. Oh, it's a Roddenberry class. Isn't that cute? Little Star Trek reference there. Roddenberry class.
Which one is that?
It's in row number 3, the one that the 10 slot in row number 3. It's the U.S. Scott Roddenberry, like Gene Roddenberry class. It's a little Star Trek reference. That's cute.
Roddenberry class. Yeah, cool.
Okay, so activate. I can activate sector 2 or sector 7, and 7 is better than 2, so 7. Yes. And I roll 1 and a 6. So I can activate sectors 1 and 5
yeah.
or number 6, and 1 and 5 is the clear advantage there. Yes, okay.
Yep. Unless you had, so if you had a cube right now on 4 or 3, you could activate it and you could have gotten your 4 victory points in sector 7, right? So
Right. So now I've got 14 suns, more suns than I know what to do with. So
that is an argument for filling in those little cards that you have with cubes, right?
wait, filling in what cards I have with cubes? What?
So the number 3 and 4 card, if you had a cube, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could have increased the sum to 7 and taken 4 victory points.
Ah, I see. Okay. So
Or if you had a cube in each of those, you could have activated both and increased it to 8 and got 5 suns and a planet.
I've got to decide what card to buy, and you said I didn't have anything in my number 5 slot, and that second card in row number 2 would be good.
Oh, absolutely. That's the one we thought you should buy the last time. Yes.
Okay.
That's a good card for you because you don't have anything in your 5 slot. So that means anytime anybody rolls a 5 that's not your turn, you're just getting nothing for it.
Nice.
So now you're getting something for it, even if it's just 1 sun.
So I can activate sectors 1 and 3 or sector 4, and
So this game has a good clip. If everyone knows what they're doing, you literally never have any downtime because you're always doing something on everyone's turn.
yeah, I'm getting a little faster at it. Yeah. I'm still kind of have to think through step by step here. It's a lot to look at to figure out what I need to do.
It is visually a lot to look at. I will grant you that.
I don't actually. That's a distraction for me in games. I don't like visual games with a lot of visual clutter.
Well, it's probably just because you haven't. So once you've played a lot more modern board games, it starts to become all the pieces that you see that look like a lot of pieces. It becomes less intimidating, just because you're more used to it, I think. But I mean, let's see. So this, to me, looks like a board game that's light on pieces as a comparison. But there is a lot of visual stuff going on, and if you don't know, if you haven't played a lot of games recently, and
no,
it does look
I very seldom play this kind of game, so
there's so many cards and so many symbols, and you're like, wait, what does that do? And then the upside down stuff doesn't help because you're like, wait, why are they upside down? Why is it upside down?
So
what was that song?
I've got 11 suns I could spend.
Yes, that was the song.
Nothing is rocket generating here. I'm looking for rocket generating stuff.
Okay, wait, how many suns do you have, and what are you trying to decide?
I have 11 suns.
Are you trying to decide what to buy?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see here. 11 suns. So you unfortunately can't afford anything in the 3rd row. So, okay. You currently don't have anything in sector 6. It's your only sector you don't have anything in. So for me, it would be an easy purchase. I would purchase that first card in the 2nd row.
Okay, I was leaning towards that. It's just not rocket generating, so I didn't know if it was worth it. Okay.
It isn't, but it's still, it's a sun generator, and suns will get you to rockets, right?
Suns get you
So,
to rockets. Okay, yep. Okay, so I can activate
well,
3 and 5 or 8. Uh-huh. What do the planets do again? Remind me.
planets are like your baseline money. So at the beginning of every turn, even if you use all your money the previous turn, it will bring you up to that minimum number of money.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
So it's like a baseline for your money. So you will never start a turn with money lower than your planet value. If
Okay.
that's another way that you like it better. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Okay.
Okay.
And I am going to buy. What am I gonna buy?
I'm getting the hang of this. It's kind of fun.
You are getting the hang of this. You're getting it fast. You're getting it faster than Matt did. That's for sure. Because Matt was very confused by the flipping of the cards. I want isn't there. So what can I do?
How many cards can you stack in each slot?
As many as you
As
want.
many as you want. Okay.
And what's really cool, which I haven't actually seen come out yet, I wanted to show them those ones with the arrows in the passive areas. So that is fantastic. Let me buy. Do you have one? Okay, hold on. I know what I'm buying now. I'm buying this card right here.
I haven't been keeping
Okay,
an eye
let
on
me
your
show
guys'
you.
slots here. Let's
No,
see.
you have no. Okay, yeah, you do. So if you look at Chris's board really quick,
Yep.
you see how his card 10, 11, and 12, ignore that they have arrows in their blue areas.
Yep.
Look at the arrows in their red areas.
I-
When those cards flip over, they will function the same up there. So what you can do is, if you noticed, a lot of the number 12 cards are really big money cards, right?
Mhm.
Because 12 is not rolled very often statistically.
Mhm.
So they oftentimes have very lucrative things on them. But if you get arrows in your 10, 11, and 12, and sometimes even 9 spots, then you can roll an 8 and get the benefits from 12 because the arrows will follow.
Oh, I
You
see.
can, like,
Yeah, they're
you can activate sector 8, which then has an arrow that leads to sector 9, which then has an arrow that leads to sector 10, which then has an arrow that leads to 11.
okay.
And you'll get all the benefits from 8 through 12
Okay.
or whatever. Yeah. So those arrows can be really awesome if they play out well and if
I
you manage to get
see.
them at the right time.
Okay, so I got a choice here. Let's see, 1, 2, or 3. I'm gonna do 1 and 2. Okay.
I think Zach is going down the rabbit hole. You may have successfully pulled him in.
Going down a rabbit? I don't know about that. Don't. This
I
is
may have used a little bit of peer pressure to lure you into my hobby.
okay. Fair enough. I've been trying to get
That's
into
okay.
Warcraft for a while. So.
You're into WoW, right? So there you go.
Exactly.
Even Steven. I'm gonna do that. Okay.
Okay, hold on here.
Ooh, neck and neck, Chris. 18 to 17, huh? That's where we're at. That is where we're at. Zach's hanging on there with a respectable 6. He doesn't have no points, so that's good. Ooh, ooh, and ooh.
Okay, I'm getting there.
Take that. And I need to.
Wonder what other little jokes they built in here. There's a Tolkien class. That's a clever reference to. Yeah, there's a lot of little science fiction references in here. Actually, if you really go reading these cards.
It doesn't surprise
There's a Heinlein class. Like Robert Heinlein, the science fiction author.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah, I rarely read the cards, so I do on some games, but this game
There's a Lucas class. Like George Lucas, presumably.
Sure, that makes sense. Dang it, I can't figure out what I should be doing here.
Bowie class, like David Bowie.
Like David Bowie, probably.
Maybe.
You might be a fan. John D. Clare is the designer of this game, so you could ask him.
Wasn't there some song David Bowie did that is
Hmm.
space related? Yes, that's probably what that's a reference to. What's this? What's that song? It's Space Oddity.
I think that
Yes, that one. Ground Control to Major Tom. Yes.
I'm gonna take this one. Okay.
Okay. What does Chris's screen name mean? Goals Kegger.
It was his SCA name a long time
Oh,
ago.
okay. Mm-hmm.
So I can tell you more than that. You'd have to ask him. I'm gonna go with that one. I mean, he researched it. It's some sort of Viking persona name thing. I don't know. It's just a unique screen name now. He doesn't participate in the SCA. You got an 8. So what did you get, Zach? Let's see. 8 or 5 and 3. 8 or 5 and 3. I would definitely take your 8. But now the question is, do you? Yeah, no, I would just take your 8.
Okay, I took that. Now I get to buy a card here. I got 14 suns.
14 cents. You should be able to buy just about anything you want. Let's see here. What would be good for you?
Need more rockets.
Yes, you do. So, okay, so you can also look like, so your 5 sector
How about
gives you 3 suns, but it has a rocket in the passive area. So if you get another number 5, that rocket will go up into the passive area. Same thing with sector 7. You right now you get 4 suns when you get sector 7, but if you made that passive, you would be getting 2 suns whenever
how about
other
this?
people.
How about this number 10 card in the number 2 row? The first one in the number 2 row.
And that's a number 10. I mean, that's a good. Let me see what you have in sector 10 right now. Well, it's not what I would choose. I would choose the last card for 12 suns in the number 1 sector. And you want me to tell you why I would choose that? But I mean, that's just what I would choose.
Wait, which one?
But the other one is good too. I mean, the 10 is good. It's just 10 isn't rolled as often.
Wait.
But
So
it
which
is
card are you
good.
telling me I should choose?
In the 3rd row, the last card.
Last card in the 3rd row.
That's what I would choose if I was you, just because I think it would be probably rolled more often.
I'd be generating the one you're talking about, the UES Young, that one.
Yes, that is the one I would probably choose. But
The
then
Bowie
again,
class. All right.
I mean, that's what I would choose.
All right. I'll go with David Bowie. Can't go wrong with David Bowie.
Alrighty. Okay, I need to select a sector.
Okay, we're 60% done, so we're really ramping up here. Okay.
Yep, we are, and I am gonna choose.
You know, the logic, you know, the recursive nature of the engine generating, the rocket generating machine. I like the recursive aspect of this. I get it. You know, there's a computer science part of my brain that is being activated here.
All right, so what am I gonna get here? I got 8. I will definitely be taking these, and I'm gonna pick.
We're making some pizza croissants for lunch.
Yummy. Okay, so see what I'm going to choose here. I'm going to choose that first card in the 3rd row for 12 suns, and it's a number 4. And if you look up at my number 4 slot, you're like, well, why would you do that when you have a rocket generator right there? And I'll tell you why. It's because of the fact that now my rocket generator is in the passive spot. And
Okay.
you get more stuff in passive spots, especially with a higher player count game, because you guys are both rolling. And so what are the odds of one of those times is going to be a 4? Pretty good. So whereas I only get to roll the once, right? So it's just slightly better odds.
Okay.
5 and a 6, and mine just automatically took my.
Sorry, once pepperoni.
So I have mine set to auto, and so because I don't have anything in sector 11, it automatically took 5 and 6 for me, that kind of thing. So just.
You guys are clearly going to win this one.
It would
But
have given me a choice though had I had something in sector 12, because I do have a cube on my number 5 card that would allow me to increase the sum. So had I had something in sector 12, I would have had a choice. Or if I had had something in sector 11.
You guys are
I would have.
clearly going to win this one, but I think I'm making a respectable first showing.
You are, absolutely. What is
Wait, what's
here?
happening here? What's going on? All the cards in the banks got reshuffled or something.
Oh no, something either that or Chris got a bunch of cards. I
Oh,
don't.
okay.
There are some cards allow you to take other cards.
Oh, I
so-
see. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he has a claim 3 level 1 cards card. So what happened was, let me tell you. So he rolled an 11, right? Look at his 11 card, has an arrow. So what he did is he activated
Oh.
his, yes, and so he must have had a cube on that one, which allowed him to just take 3 level 1 cards,
I
just
see.
like that. When it says claim, you don't have to pay for them. You just take them. And then you
Interesting.
still get your buy action. So he claimed 3 level 1 cards and then he bought a level 2 card.
Okay.
So that's why you saw a bunch of cards just disappear like that. They didn't disappear, they just went to Chris. So let's see here. I am going to take that.
Okay, you rolled a 3. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Choose a 7. Get some rockets.
Ooh.
Getting some rockets
Do I want
to the moon.
3 and 4.
Yeah, thank
Go
you.
3 and 4.
Yes, David Bowie's in our heads now. Ground control to Major Julia. Major Chris. All right.
Yep. And I am going to. What am I going to do?
We're 91 moves in.
Oh, man,
70%
that's
done.
tempting, but
Almost done.
Let's go with that.
Got 12 minutes till pizza croissants are ready. So Okay.
Well, we should be done in 12 minutes.
At
We're
this
getting
rate,
close.
yeah.
I'm at 31 points. So as soon as this is a game where you get equal turns. So whoever was the start play, like,
Mhm.
if the start player is the person who ends the game or whatever, then the other players will get, one more turn kind of deal.
Mhm.
But and so on and so forth. It's just everybody gets equal turns kind of deal. So. I'm gonna go with 1 and 2.
Okay.
1 and 4. 5, definitely 1 and 4. Look at me, I'm at 34 victory points. Getting close.
Getting there.
6 away. So now if when you're at 34 victory points, that's when you want to take and look to those, or maybe even 30 or 28 or something like that, when you can start looking to those yellow cards
Oh,
that would
okay.
cap off your sectors.
Oh, I see.
Because there's not a lot of harm in me capping off a sector at this point, right? So let's see here. Oh, that's not exactly what I would have wanted for this turn, but that's okay.
Yeah, likewise.
Let me go with
I'm not sure I've made wise choices. Oh well.
Let me go with that.
Live and learn.
I've got
Live and
18. So look, I've got 18 suns right now,
learn. Mm-hmm.
and I'm 6 victory points from a win. So if you look down at those yellow cards, I can take sector 4 right now
And right.
and get exactly 40 points. Now, because I was the last player,
Oh,
Chris
you
was
won.
first,
Yeah.
you guys didn't get another turn because I was dead last in turn.
Got it.
So there it is.
All right.
That's Space Boys.
I earned 1 more laurel wreath. Okay.
Nice.
And Chris lost one.
Well,
So there we go.
yeah, and I went up to
You went
200,
19,
so
okay.
There you go.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
So you like that game?
Yeah, I got to really be in the mood for it probably. That's not like a casual one. I got to think about that one,
Well, you will be able to make it casual. It becomes so secondhand that you'll be able to play that casual.
I got a new
You just need
trophy,
to-
2 games discovered. I got I guess that's it. I got a new trophy. Two games discovered.
So what we could do, Zach, if you want, is I could always start a game with just you, that's turn based, so we can take, a week or two to play it if you want, and we can just play space base. over
Sure.
the course of a long time.
Why
Take
not?
turns.
Why not?
And I will turn on my auto select feature, and you can do that too if you want, so that way it will
No,
automatically
no. I
do.
don't want to auto select. I want to think about it.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I will start. You can go have lunch, but I will, or if you want, I can invite you to a game right now, and then we won't have to play it now.
Yeah, why don't you get it started, and then I'll end the stream and have some lunch, and I'm gonna do some Warcraft streaming later probably.
All right. Let's see. I'm just gonna invite you to this one, not Chris. So space, turn based. Did you like that light speed variant where we started out with 15 suns and you got to pick a couple cards right off the bat?
Yes.
So, because the way the game normally starts is everybody randomly draws one starting card extra, so they only get one card to, like, you've got the whole row of starting cards, right? You get one other card. Oh crap! Did I clicked normal? Oh, I guess you're gonna get to see how the normal works.
That's okay. I'm not gonna go there yet, but I accepted it. Do I have to hit go to game now or no?
And so this basically I set it to 1 turn per day. So just take 1 turn in a day and you're good.
Okay.
So this is where you only get one starting card and you just click it and that's that.
Oh, actually,
And
yep. It actually,
that's all there is to it.
I went there.
You
Okay.
don't have a choice about your starting cards, and now we just literally are going to take the whole thing, and
Okay.
you
It's my
Does that make
turn.
sense?
2 days till my next turn. Okay.
so you can do it whenever you want. You can do it now if you want.
No, that's okay.
whatever,
I'm gonna end the stream and go have some lunch. And so how do I get out of here now? Do I just click on like the
So
main
if
icon on the
it's
top?
web-based, so even if you literally ever like your web crashed or you closed your browser, it doesn't matter. You could literally close your browser on this, go to lunch, open it up from your phone or your iPad at a restaurant, and it'll just be right where you
Right,
left
but
off.
how do I find the game though? Like
Oh, how do you find it? Okay, so if you click on the little, are you on the game right now? You can see
no,
Space
I'm
Base?
not. I'm actually in the main screen.
Okay, so if you're on the main screen and you want to see your games, over there to the right by your little avatar that you can't change, there's 3 little heads. That's your friends list of who's online. There's a weird thing that looks like a fidget spinner.
Yes.
Okay, that's where your
That's
active
your games,
should
okay.
be. And it will have a little red kind of apple-esque.
Oh, I see
one
it.
next
Yep, I
to
click
it,
on
or
it, it loaded the
2 or 3.
game. Yep.
It's your turn. Then
Okay.
then it'll have a little one next
Well,
to it.
it's on like Carcassonne. Yeah.
Right. Excellent. I'm so glad I sucked you in. Now I
Well,
have to get you
that was a lot of
happy.
fun. I hope everyone enjoyed the live stream. If you've been tuning in, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream and tune in later for if you want to watch me play a little World of Warcraft.
And get Haley and Chloe on there. Laura likes to play on VGA, so maybe Chloe and Laura could play.
I'll steer them to it later today.
All right. Awesome.
Okay.
Let me know what their. You can always text me what their VGA handles are so I can friend them.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. We'll talk soon.
All right.
Have a good afternoon over there. Bye.